is a lifestyle. Sports cards and we live now. Jeremy Lee in the building and every guest that you ever needed. Sports cards after hours keep the hobby heated. Updates, hobby talk like you've never seen it. Sports cards live and none could ever beat it. Sports cards is a lifestyle. Sports cards and we live now. Welcome to another episode of Sports Cards Live with your host, Jeremy Lee.
All right, guys, what is going on? That is me, Jeremy Lee, as you should know by now. All right, we are going to be watching some of these auctions end. We are going to be bidding on some auctions. I'm hoping that some of you guys are going to be bidding on some auctions. Maybe you're selling some cards in this auction tonight. It's basketball night on the PWCC monthly auction, the first time that they are running this on their new platform. So I'm going to bring out Joe. Joe is going to join me tonight, and Chris McGill will be joining us in a little bit here. So let's bring out Joe. What is happening, Joe?
Howdy, Jeremy. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Good to see you too. So we got to let everybody know, guys, that we are both bidding tonight too. So this might not be as action-packed as some of the other live streams we've done where we've covered auction ending. Whether it's been the premiere or the monthly hockey back in the good old eBay days. But for now, we are going to do our best to check it out. We're going to share the screen. The site, my experience right now is it's running a little bit slow, trying to load up the favorites. I have about 200 cards that are starred. And right now, it's actually allowing me to scroll through. So I'm going to bring up my screen right now, okay? And bring it up there okay, so here's the screen. This is the favorites, guys. I've got like 200 cards favorited. There are some that aren't tonight, so the list is a bit lower than that, but you can see it is a little sluggish right now. I think, we got to keep in mind, this is the first time that they're running this, the monthly with all these auctions, and it's just going to get better in time. I spoke to someone at PWCC a little bit earlier today, and he assured me that's the case, right? This thing is going to get better in time and continuous improvement, that sort of thing. They are working on a batch bidding tool, so that'll help people get more bids in, so that you're not having to fight to get them in within the windows. Speaking of the windows, let's take a look at the windows right now. So here we go, guys. These are the closing windows. We got the green, we got the yellows, and then we got the reds. So the green window is going to start, in about 10 minutes from now. If anybody watching, if you're planning on bidding on an item, you have to get your first bid in before 7 o'clock Pacific. If you don't get a bid in before 7 o'clock Pacific, you're not going to be able to bid in the green, yellow, and red windows. So you have to get your bid in in the next 10 minutes. That is pretty important. I know a lot of people, myself included, put bids in yesterday, a few earlier today, just to become eligible for the extended bidding windows. So we got the green starting here and again in about 8 minutes or so. What's going to happen is if an item does not get a bid between 7 and 7:30 in the green window, that item is going to end. Any items that receive a bid in that window are going to extend for at least 5 more minutes into level 1 of the yellows. Level 1 of the yellows is going to go from 7:30 to 7:35. Again, this is all Pacific time. So if a bid on an item you are bidding on, if an item you are bidding on receives a bid between 7 and 7:30, that item is going to extend for 5 minutes. So you can now bid between 7:30 and 7:35, level 1 of the yellows. If an item you're bidding on receives a bid from 7:30 to 7:35, it is going to extend to 7:40, and so on and so forth. So by 7:30, a whole bunch of cards are going to fall off, and the amount of items that are active is going to be reduced drastically, I would think. Then every 5 minutes subsequent to 7:30, we're going to see more and more cards fall off that will no longer be live. But whatever's left will keep on going if it receives a bid. So if a card is still alive after level 6 of the yellows, we're going to go into the reds. The reds are 1 minute levels, and those are going to be fast. So if you are bidding on several cards and they all make it into the reds, you're going to have to strategize as to how you're going to make sure that you're able to bid on all your cards within that 1 minute to make sure that unless you're the high bidder, in which case, if somebody bids between 8 and 801, which you can see here, level 1 of the Reds, if somebody bids between there and causes you not to be the high bidder anymore, it's going to go to 802. Now you might have to bid between 801 and 802 and so forth. I think that's pretty clear. I played around with it last night on baseball night, managed to not have any issues. It was fun trying to figure out when to bid, especially the yellows. I find the yellow levels to be the most fun, those 5 minute levels. So if you're out there bidding and you didn't bid last night, you're in for a treat. It was a lot of fun. So you just got to decide, like, do you want to bid at the end of the level or the beginning of the next level to extend it? And, because you are going to be competing against other bidders on most items. So keep all that in mind. It's a lot of fun. We got Andrew Mark says, fate whispers to the warrior, a PWCC auction is coming. The warrior answers back. All right, studio. Good evening to you, Jason Pringle. Yep, SCL on. Oh, and a night off. Good for you, Jason. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, baby says PWCC, the site is sluggish. Yeah, it's been a bit sluggish for me, but hey, we're able to scroll through again. You can see it's still spinning up here. It's been spinning since I came here about 10 minutes ago. So we'll see how it holds up. But I'm also streaming. Here. So that might be holding up my connection a little bit worse than if you were just watching this on your phone, let's say, and on your computer doing your bidding. But these, as you can see, as I'm scrolling through, these are the cards that I decided to watch, just talk about tonight. Cards that I personally like, some cards that I think many people like as well. So if the card that you are interested is not in here, I apologize, and I don't think I'm going to be able to add it. Here's a couple that I had bid on. I've been outbid. The cards that I'm still bidding on, guys, are not going to show up here. They're in this window here, and I'm going to try my best not to show it to you. But any card that's still here that says you've been outbid, I'm no longer bidding on. But I do like these championship galaxies, the Kobe and the MJ. And you'll notice it's mostly like key cards, Kobe and Michael Jordan, Shaquille O'Neal, of course Michael Jordan, and a few more. And some really cool cards. I love these Take It to Nets. Love the Take It to Nets, but 13.5 on the Michael Jordan 10. I mean, that's actually a good price. And I'm not going to risk going to page 2 because it just might not load fast enough. Dennis, good evening to you. Mosaic Mind, what is going on? Ooh, baby. We got Eric in the house. Hello, Eric. KK says slow is an understatement. So it's not just me. It is slow right now, for sure. Ink Paper, what is going on? What is going on? JG, can't wait to see PWCC. Yeah, JG, if you're going to be like that, maybe this isn't the place for you. Oh, baby, good luck. Thank you very much. Chris, you won 3. I won 3 last night, too. Really, I like the format as well. Hey, Sean, what is happening? I like what PWCC is doing lately. Company keeps it. Yeah, and they're really taking steps that I think not enough people are giving them credit for. So kudos to them for that. Daniel, good evening. Peeps, what is up? What is up? Andrew predicts MJ scoring Kings 9 and 10 to reach 50K hype away. We will see. I think I got the scoring Kings in here to watch. We can see what they're at now. Whenever Joe is looking in that direction, he is monitoring the cards that he is going to be bidding on. And when I'm going to be bidding, I'm going to be actually unsharing this screen, going to my other tab, placing my bids, and then resharing the screen. So there we go. There's the scoring Kings. The PSA 10 is at $15,500, and the 9 is at $2,200.
Jared, I hope this doesn't sound unsavory, but as you were describing the process for moving into the extended bidding, I had a vision of a dog that sort of wants to, leave his scent on each and every spot in the neighborhood walk. And that's kind of what it's felt like. I think I've left about, 20 or 30 little scents there for everybody else to know. And of course, that's what gets you into the next level, so to speak. So fire hydrant, tree, whatever it is, we're wrapping down here. We're down to 2 minutes on that stage.
Too funny. That's great. Okay, I'm just going to go look at the cards that I'm bidding on here. So what I'm going to do is, this is my page right here at the top. This is going to show the cards that have received the most recent bids. If you've been following the PWCC Premier auctions, which have been going on since May, I believe, this top of the screen is actually kind of like the most fun place because it's going to show any new bid that's coming in. I'm not sure if it's just sort of frozen right now because usually this should be pretty active, especially right now as people are getting in their last few bids. But we are really 2 minutes away from the extended bidding being in place. Actually, there's the that looks like that's frozen here. This 3 minutes 26 seconds. So, but I can see on my clock that we are just under 2 minutes away from extended bidding taking over. And again, if you don't have your bids in by within a minute or so from now, you are not going to be able to bid in the extended bidding. Peep says, great format. I'm kicking myself for missing last night. Yeah, lots of people were doing some bragging today on some of the deals they got last night. So congrats to everybody who did bid last night and won some cards. Again, I managed to pick up 3 cards. I don't know how well I did in terms of compared to, an eBay auction or something like that, but I think I did all right. I was pretty happy with the cards that I bought and the prices I got them at. So no complaints there from myself. The nice thing about the first window here, the nice thing about the green level here, guys, from 7 till 7:30 is that if you are watching the item that you are interested in, you don't, if you already have a bid in, you don't need to worry about, now, if you're the high bidder, you want to make sure that you're the high bidder. But if somebody else bids anytime between 7 and 7:30, that's okay. It's going to push it for 5 more minutes. So now you have the option. Do you put in another bid in the green, or do you wait till level 1 of the yellow takes place and put in your bid at the beginning there? Because if you put in your bid at the beginning of level 1 in the yellows, all of a sudden it's going to force it to extend till 7:40. So if you bid at 7:30 in 1 second, there's going to be 10 minutes left of that where that item is going to be active. So somebody else now has 10 minutes to really to outbid you. But if somebody makes a bid at 7:30, between 7:35 and 7:40, well, now all of a sudden it's going to extend to 7:45 and so on and so forth until that 5-minute window shrinks down to 1 minute. I forget what they said, but last night for the baseball, this thing ended relatively quickly. It's going to, once you get into the reds, the auction overall, I bet it's going to last maybe 15 or 20 minutes. So till 8:15, 8:20, something like that. And then it's going to just end. All items will be done. But the nice thing about the monthly versus the premier is that in the premier, every auction stays live until there are no further bids. Whereas in this one, they end individually at the end of each window or level within the window. So we are now in the greens. Extended bidding has taken place. And if you don't have a bid in now, you are not going to be able to bid any more. So let's see if we scroll to the top here, if this is going to be active. It's not. Is this one? Okay, it's active on this tab for me.
Are you on my bids? Or are you on just something more general?
This is my bids.
Gotcha. So in the interest of not revealing your particular plays, I understand. I like the format though of this stage because it allows you to scroll through with a little more consolidated sense of what's going on. I think that's one of the challenges of the platform at this moment is it's so vast and there's so many things to track. And then when we get to this stage, it starts to funnel down a little bit. And that's what I noticed about last night. At each stage, I became a little bit more focused on the items I was really interested in, and some slipped away and some I was still in the mix. And then some I won a little surprisingly, without much competition. So I think this is the funnel time. This is kind of where things start to kind of consolidate.
Yeah, I think you're right. And hopefully once more and more items become, once they end, it will hopefully help the page load faster. And again, I don't know if this is because of the site is overwhelmed because it's so busy, or if it's my connection because I'm also streaming. But, I've done this before and shared my screen before, and this is the kind of slowest I've seen it. So hopefully hopefully it picks up. Like usually we should see what's going on. We should see what's going on in here. What are these cards that are getting bids? So if you guys at home are seeing this, like I see right here, Ooh Baby says it's working much better for you. That's great. I'm super happy for you. I wish it was working a bit better for us right now here. Luigi, lucky he bought his Scoring Kings PSA 9 earlier this week. There you go. Bazooka Tom, I downloaded the app. Can I buy through the app or just sell? Yeah, you can't buy through the app yet. Speaking to one of the people at PWCC today, though, I was advised that they are adding all the marketplaces to the app. It's going to take them some time. They got to develop this, but they are adding all the marketplaces to the app. Fixed pricing, I think they're expecting in around November. You know, I'm always going to give them some flexibility, an extra month or 6 weeks. And the monthly auction, I think they're aiming for December. So, you know, January would be great too. But that is definitely coming. And I think once that hits, you're going to see, you know, and they do what they have to do to make this thing run more efficiently and just be able to process faster. Once that's all in place, I think this platform is going to be major. So that was a response to you there, Bazooka Tom. Anyone out there, guys, in the chat, lots of you watching. Hopefully this does start to spin a bit quicker, but let me know. What are you guys, if you're willing to talk about it, what are you watching? Did you bid on anything last night? How did you do last night? How did you find the deals were? Were you getting deals? While we're waiting for some of that, I'm going to scroll through. Let's see what's going on here. PSA 6 Kareem rookie at 3,100. I love all these Hall of Fame rookie cards. These are the ones that you look at them, you know exactly what they are. There's a PSA 8 Julius Erving at top 5% eye appeal at $4,000. I could see that one going higher. It'll be interesting to see. I'm not going to remember what everything's at, but it's going to be interesting to see how these cards, how the bids come in. Look at this, the 75 Topps Kareem, first Laker card, $6,000 for a PSA 10. What a great looking card that is. So such a classic Kareem. I wanted to watch a couple wax packs. I do like wax packs. I like the art on them. I think they're cool mementos of the time. More Kareem cards, a Dr. J. You know, nothing too crazy. These are oversized cards, as most of you probably know, the 76 Topps.
This isn't supported necessarily with data, Jeremy, but in responding to your question to the chat about, you know, what they noticed in terms of bargains and or, you know, corollaries to the normal PWCC that we know from eBay past, my sense was that the heavy hitters were pretty focused upon and probably realized similar prices. There were a lot of lower level stuff that I think might have slipped through the cracks. That was just my experience with the items I was interested in. The big, you know, iconic cards were still getting bid on in ways that you would think, and the lower level stuff, there were bargains to be found. So
that makes sense, Joe, because I was looking at, so tomorrow is football night on the platform, and I was looking at football cards today, and I actually looked at a couple where I went to, I looked at the population on the PSA or the BGS Pop Report, and then I looked at kind of Card Ladder for some completed price listings, and I placed a few bids on cards in like the $18 to $20 range that have comps in the like $400 to $600 range. So there's a lot of cards that are just you know, not on people. Either people are waiting, but again, you got to get your bid in before the extended bidding windows start. If you don't, you're shut out. So, but if enough people are in, then it may not matter. If people are watching comps, they're probably going to bid up as high as they have to win those cards at something that is maybe better than recent comps. Or you just want the card and you're going to pay whatever it takes. You know, recent comps are a bit more. Want to say hello to Frankie. What is happening, Frankie? Thank you for dropping by. Spurs Cards 21. Great to see you. Triple V, vintage basketball designs are so amazing. Love it. Me too. Same here. They really are. Sergey says, initial reaction as a bidder, this 30 minutes seems long, maybe 15 to 20 minutes. Yeah, not a bad suggestion. And the cool thing about PWCC right now is as they are developing this structure, they are open to feedback. So, and someone I'm sure is watching right now. So, they're going to monitor it, see how it goes, and they're going to do their best to optimize this as time goes by. So don't even worry about that. I have faith that they will make this thing as good as it can be. Mark Zablo, what is going on, good sir? Welcome to the show. Bleecker Trading. JG says good luck to all. That's very nice. Bazooka just got a page unresponsive, so that's not great news right now, but hopefully they're in the back end making this thing run as efficient as they can. Frankie's bidding on 10 Michael Jordans tonight, of course. Frankie 3500 on Instagram, everybody. If you're not following, give him a follow. He has a card shop in Puerto Rico. He's been a guest on Sports Cards Live. Great guy. Ooh, baby, I like it raw is trying to steal some low-level MJ refractors. We will see. Good luck to you on those. Daniel Busby says, I'm not bidding on anything, but I can't get the auction to log. I'm logged in, and everything on the page just won't load. Yeah, I'm having a similar issue on my other monitor here, this one here. So right now I'm able to scroll. I don't know if these prices are current. Extended bidding start. So this clock is behind. I don't want to hit refresh. Let's go to the top and see what's going on at the top.
So Jeremy, what I'm doing, my process right now in this half-hour window is I'm just scrolling down all the ones I put initial bids on, and I'm checking to see if a bid is needed to extend the item, and then I'm deciding whether or not the current price is anything close to what I'm interested in paying for an item. So, some things right now are getting like passed on. Like I'm not sure if anyone else is going to bid on them, but I'm not going to bid on them, and they're going to go to the wind. Somebody might win that item. But in other instances, I'm just putting in the minimum bid to kind of push it along and maybe have a chance at, either becoming the high bidder or putting in a future bid that is competitive.
Yeah, exactly. That's what's going to be fun, is figuring out when to put in your bids. And you kind of want to have the battle during the window you're in, because as soon as a bid is placed in the next window, it automatically extends. So you kind of want to push people out, I think, as soon as you can. Sounds bad, but I think it's what you want to do. I want Wiz Collectibles. Appreciate that. Thanks for stopping by. Andrew Marks has a suggestion for everybody. Use Safari browser, seems to be faster than Chrome. Wouldn't have expected that, but if that's the case, maybe some of you out there want to give that a try for the cards that you're looking at. Alex, welcome, says, I stole a nice 1958 Hank Aaron top 30% last night. So he's talking about the eye appeal. I'm sure I will crash and burn tonight going after a big one. Oh, you're going after a big one. Well, good luck on the big one. And, I told Joe earlier, I'm like, I'm not going to share what I'm bidding with the audience, because I think that's just counterproductive. But if I win a card tonight, I'm gonna share it with y'all. I'm gonna let you know what I'm buying, and I've got my eyes on. Let me see, how many cards am I looking at? I think there's. Yeah, I can't even scroll on the page with my bids now, so I might have to resort to the phone as well. I'm getting a message that that the site might be running slow for me because I'm streaming. So I hope that's the case and other people are able to do it. Chris says Chrome is lagging big time for me as well. I switched to Firefox and now everything is much faster.
I'm on Firefox and it's perfectly fine. I don't know.
It is? Okay. I don't even know if I have do I have Firefox on here? Okay, guys, bear with us. This is how you fix things on the fly. Looks like I have Firefox. Open up. I guess I'm going to shut down.
Where's your IT guy, Jer? You need your IT guy on site.
I know. I need my IT guy. Triple V.
Hey, Jeff.
Okay. PWCC. Marketplace. Let's go. Got to sign in. Control Shift R in Chrome. Make things go zoom zoom. Made things go zoom zoom. Really?
Okay.
All right, guys, bear with us, but keep your eyes on your auctions, everybody. We're not quite halfway through the yellow window right now. We've got time still. And I got to make sure I'm up and running so I can get my bids in here. I'm just going to find my password. There we go.
There's some similarities here to the traditional PWCC in so much as there is just so much at once. Unless you've done your advanced, data gathering, invariably there's some things I luck into, and there's some things that I end up overpaying for, or maybe, not exploring all the comps. I think it tends to work out, all kind of works out in the wash, but there are a few cards right now that I'm very interested in, and I have no idea what the comp is. And that's just, a busy life that I lead. So you kind of at that point just sort of, what am I willing to pay for this? What would I feel good about, and trust your instincts.
Yeah. Okay. I seem to be up and running now in Firefox. Let's see if I can go to my favorites, if it's going to load fast. Saw a question here I want to address. Pedro says, anyone here thinks Connor McDavid has a shot at being the next Gretzky? That's a good question. It's a good question because for the longest time, I don't think anyone's going to be truly going to be the next Gretzky. I just don't think that's going to happen. However, I do think that he is far and away the best player in the league. And I used to think it was closer than I do now. I used to think, Nathan McKinnon was going to be, a contender for that. But it seems to me like Connor McDavid, he might be, what's going to happen is he's going to have to win a Stanley Cup. And up until recently, I didn't think he would do that in Edmonton. I'm starting to think that he might be able to do that in Edmonton, which is a pretty crazy thing. But if he can do that, if he's good enough to take that team that really doesn't have much defense or goaltending to win a Stanley Cup, then I think you've got a pretty good player to collect on your hands. Okay, I'm just getting myself set up here again, everybody. So we're going to go back. I got to look at my items I'm bidding on are on this tab. Let it load. Maybe it's a bit slower for me because I am streaming. Here is the one with my favorites. All right, let's go back to share. Here we go. So this has been moving. I was watching this rotate in and out with the new bids coming in. We are 15 minutes right now. We are 15 minutes into the greens. Oh, it says it right here. We're at 7:18.5. We are in the green window. It'll end at 7:30 Pacific time. And then we're going to get into the 5 minutes. Phone version works perfectly for anybody. JG thinks a lot of people are trying to log into PWCC right now. I definitely think so. Think that must be the case. Ooh, baby, McDavid is a beast, but he needs to get out of Edmonton to grow the NHL and his legacy. Unless he wins a cup there. Edmonton's actually a pretty good market for hockey cards. Thoughts on his card? Thoughts on Gretzky's card if Ovi passes his goal total? I don't think that touches Gretzky's card studio, but I think it helps Ovechkin's cards. Definitely. Behind the Tank says there will never be a next Gretzky. Goaltending is night and day compared to the way it was. That's pretty true. Lots of Gretzky talk, guys. Hey, ooh baby, Ovi Chase got the goal. Ovi Chase got the goal record. Will be a huge catalyst. Can't wait for him to break. Yeah, Ovechkin could easily break that record. I can see it happening. All right, sorry, I'm going to take that back. Not easily, but he's got the desire. That's for sure. And if he does, if he breaks Ovechkin's record, or if Ovechkin breaks Gretzky's goals record, that is a major, major accomplishment. Doesn't get any better than that. Tyler says the phone version isn't working for him. Pedro says maybe McDavid gets traded to the Kings and then the Rangers, just like Gretzky did. Gretzky is no Don Bradman. the cricket player. Too funny. So this, I'm wondering why this is stagnant now. This should be, there should be some bids coming in. Let's do a quick refresh on this page. It's not responding to me for some reason. I wonder if it's because I have too many cards in my favorites. I wonder if that's the case or if there are just no new bids right now. I'm going to unshare for a minute. Go see what's going on in the cards that I want to bid on. See if there's something I need to bid on. Nothing yet. Oh, we're going to need to extend to the next window. So if you are if you are not the high bidder on a card that you want to buy, if you are not the high bidder in a card that you want to buy, and you think that you can wait until the current window ends, I think you're right. You can. And then you can place a bid in the next window, which will extend it another 5 minutes. So
as long as the little section down below says item extended to next window, which all presupposes that you left your mark earlier, pre 7 p.m., I think you're good. Which is
your mark.
Yeah, how you would lurk, right? That's being the lurker in this context. Obviously, there's no sniping here, at least not yet. Maybe they'll develop something. So that's another equalizer, if you will, if everybody's kind of working with the same platform. I mean, maybe some people have better internet bandwidth or maybe more computers, but yeah, just thinking about the old traditional, I'm going to throw in my snipe bids and have it all dialed in. That's apparently not happening here.
Well, no, and we're seeing some bids are coming through, but it's just not in real time, and I have no real great answer for that, except that I'm streaming and doing this at the same time. During the Premier auction, this wasn't an issue, so I'm not sure if it's just because this is such a heavier platform for PWCC versus the Premier, but either way, I'm looking forward to it running better. And maybe I need to. My connection is pretty solid right now, so it is what it is, guys. It is what it is.
I wonder if we can deduce from this that basketball is. I mean, I don't know what the total number of auctions are, but is basketball more popular on a Monday night than baseball is on a Sunday night? I mean, that may be a fruitless comparison, but I know when there's Jordan cards and LeBron cards and Luka cards, you might have a little more interest.
You're right. And I think that last night was the first night ever of the monthly auction. So people might have been a little bit tentative or not, just didn't have the experience with using the site. So could be a bit of that. And, or some people did a little like myself, practiced a little bit last night to come on tonight. And now I've got many more cards that I want to grab. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to get my bids in. KK says, try closing one of your tabs. Appreciate that. Then how do I bid? Jordan, I'm bidding on 235 different auctions ending tonight. This won't end well. Well, good luck to you, Jordan. Let's hear what you end up winning. That would be great. Bazooka says basketball is more popular any night. I think it's true.
So,
and,
I
think it's this night.
If I could respond to Jordan just for a second, as someone who has gone down that road, I mean, on the one hand, you might pick up some things for a steal. The mistake I've made in multiple, like bidding on not 200 probably, but many items, is that it starts to distract me from my main goals. And that's the push and pull, right? Of multiple bids on a wider swath versus really keying into, I want these 5 cards and just going for it. So I feel you, Jordan. I hope it does end well for you.
I am going to take the advice. I'm going to close one of my tabs and see if it is moving now for me. Let's see. It's moving now. So I'm seeing bids come in. Whisk Collectibles, does anyone have any insight into how a big night like this for PWCC affects eBay prices that same night? I mean, I can tell you, for me, my buying on eBay has decreased dramatically because there have been so many fewer cards on there that I'm interested in. And when I think about it, it just seems like PWCC gets a lot of good cards from their consigners. So I have to think it's going to have an effect, somewhat of an effect. I think people are kind of saving up for this auction, and especially people thinking they're going to get some deals. So I think it's going to have an effect. Hits and Chicks is bidding on every McCaffrey tomorrow for Chris McGill. A little competition for Chris. Boom says list view is dope. List view is dope. Is that this guy here? I shouldn't mess around with it.
No, I'll see if I can do a little recon on that. I think I have list view going too. It's interesting. It kind of depends on whether you're assessing multiple issues of the same card and well, not really. It's just vertical, horizontal, I guess, is the difference. You can scroll pretty quickly. I am noticing a card that I'm very interested in that we had talked a little bit about, Jeremy. It's a Lebron Flir retro card, and it's currently not going to be extended with about 5 minutes to go. And it's a little out of my price range at this point, although I think it's still a pretty sweet card. I'm not sure if I should reveal it or not.
It's up to you, man. I'm looking at the items. I'm realizing right now that I'm not the high bidder on a card, and there's no bid yet in the green level. So right. I've literally got 5 minutes to get a bid in to either make myself the high bidder or to extend. So I'm starting to bid, guys. I got to do some bidding. I'm gonna just see if the bidding is moving pretty quick on my phone. That's it. That worked. I'm still not the high bidder, so I'm going to go higher. Now I don't know. It comes now. Now it comes down to do you sort of chip away or do you go really high on your bid? And I find, I don't know how many bids I'm going to have to make to get to the high bidder status, but only a few. I'm now the high bidder, so I'm going to move on from that card. Not bidding on those two anymore. Here's one I want to bid on, and I hope you guys are seeing it starting to move up here a little bit. And you'll see if a card I bid on might show up here. Bazooka Tom wants to know, will 130 Point use sales information from these auctions for comps? I think 130 Point only draws off of eBay, I believe.
My limited experience here, Jeremy, is that the chip away thing does actually, it seems like because the default is the lowest bid up, I'm speculating that we are all chipping away. So your strategy might actually have some merit to it, but I think more often than not, when I'm popping a bid in, I'm jumping to the highest bidder. I'm
now, I guess it depends on the bid increment too, right? I was in some $10 bid increments. Now I'm into a $100 bid increment. Not the high bidder. Submit again, like going from up $100. This one might still not the high bidder. Bid again, because you see now I want to become the high bidder so that if nobody else bids, it won't extend that next 5 minute, that next level of the yellows. Okay, yeah. I'm now the high bidder on that one, so I can move on. It's exciting. It's almost. So here's one where I'm not the high bidder, but it's been extended, so I'm not going to bid on that one. I'm going to wait till the next window kicks in.
I am only the high bidder on 3 cards right now, but I have skin in the game with about 18.
I love it.
Whatever that's worth. And
okay, all the cards I want are they've received bids, so they are into the next window. So I'm now set. I don't need to worry about anything for another 5 or so minutes, so right here you can see, guys, the next window is 7:30 to 7:35. And right now it is 7:27. Oh, it says current time 7:30. So is my...
So yeah, we're about, 2 minutes out. I don't know. I'm reminded of the Star Wars moment where the walls start to close, and the creature is in there and Luke.
Trash compactor.
Yeah, the trash compactor. It feels like we're headed into that mode here in about 2 or 3 minutes.
Sergey says chipping away versus just bidding up strategy. So much different than snipe strategy on eBay. So much different. I completely agree.
Yep.
I used to snipe. There's no sniping now. There's no sniping. Lucas are getting bids. Tyler Hero's getting bids. There's a Tim Hardaway Beam Team getting a bid. What's this coming up for $17? A rookie credential, Jason Tatum. Boom Blockhead says, I feel like there's more strategy. Feels oddly nice. Yeah, that was my feeling last night on baseball night, Boom. Felt the same way. KK Dragon says prices seem kind of high. I mean, people have been waiting. People have been waiting for this auction. So, I think what we noticed last night, and as was mentioned earlier, the big items are getting big bids, and some of the lower priced items are kind of at bargain prices. Anyone watching strictly because they own a card on auction in a lesser grade? Yeah, I think everybody, not to answer for everybody, Drew Tang, but definitely we talked about that earlier too. Joe made that point that how many people watch it just because you own a card? What's that, Joe?
Oh, I was just going to say specifically, I've got the Star Michael Jordan Olympic card, which I think they have in a 9 here. I've got in a 6.5, a measly 6.5, but I'm always curious how the Star Jordan market is doing.
So we are 20 seconds away. I think this clock on my computer is wrong. I'm on my phone, and we are 10 seconds away from level 1 of the yellows. Level 1 of the yellows. I'm just going to bring that up one more time. At least it's moving now. That's nice to see.
And I imagine you're right, Jeremy. I imagine that the cards that are selling, because presumably, right, some have sold now. Is that
some have sold? Exactly. There will be several. So, okay, guys, I just got the stat. There are out of the 5,886 items that were in the green, 2,835 have been extended.
Wow.
20. So we've lost just over half of the items are now finished. And for basketball, there are 2,835 cards that remain in level 1 of the yellows, guys. This is level 1 of the yellows. This is level 2. Oh, sorry. This is level 1, level 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The greens have 1 level, the yellows have 6 levels, and the reds have as many as it takes. I'm guessing we'll be at about 15 levels in the reds, and then the whole thing will end, but we will see. So Will says eBay is snipe or be sniped on a lot of items. This format is so much better. Yeah, it does protect you from sniping. What's that, Joe?
Oh, I won an item, just FYI.
Did you? Congrats. So do you want to tell us what you won?
I'm not sure I do. It's maybe it's a Kobe Metal Universe card. I have no idea how I did, but it's a nice card. It's actually
this one. Is it this one?
I can't quite see that. It's no, it's not that one. It's a CSG 9.5 Kobe, and it's the I think it's the PMG picture, which I fancy, and I'm not getting a PMG picture, an actual PMG anytime soon. But anyway, so that's my first win. I also lost a few items. So a few of these I did not bid up, and they went the way of the highway, a few other Kobe cards. So it's very interesting. It's the word I would use, vertiginous. It's a little vertiginous.
Can somebody please look that up and let me know what it means in the chat?
It's like from Vertigo, dizzy.
Okay.
I'm feeling dizzy.
I'm just making some bids now to make sure that I can get to high bid and extend to the next level.
It's game time right now.
It's game time, guys. Nobody should be looking at their screen. You shouldn't be looking at me or Joe or this screen. You should be bidding, because that's what I got to do to retake the high bid on a few things. Still not there on this card. We got 1:54 before level 1 of the yellows is over. I'm chipping away here, and I'm not getting to high bid yet. So, oh, there we go. Moving on. High bidder on that one. Sorry you lost this item. Too bad. No, this one I don't want to lose. There's one card that I really, 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 really want to get. And I'm going to make myself the high bidder on it right now.
I think I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
It only took me one bid to get the high bidder on it, so that's encouraging. Hopefully I'm not outbid, but we'll see. I'm not bidding on that. Oh, here's another one I want. It's already been extended. That's a cool card. Okay, so I've gone through. I'm now set up. Level 1 of the yellows. I'm ready for level 2. Let's bring back up the screen, guys. Hopefully this will do some running. These are the favorites. Oh, we're now on this sort of view. That's good. So look, we got some sale prices coming in.
Right.
Bid needed, but I'm on view only. View only because I didn't bid on it, so I'm not allowed to bid. Studio says no restrictions for us folk north of the border, either buying or no, there is not any restrictions for us, Studio. I've been buying and selling with them for quite some time. No problem. Drew Tang has 2, but nothing big. Still, we want to hear about. Oh, MJ Atomic and an Atomic Refractor and Thrill Seekers. Nice. Boom. Boom. I'm not going to bring that on the screen, but we'll leave that one in the chat. Nice comment. Okay, let's see what else we got here. And I got to see when the next window is. So we are now officially in level 2 of the yellow. I won a card.
What did you?
I won. Okay, hold on. Did I win something else?
I missed a card.
I won.
I
won 2 cards so far. Did I win the third? I've been outbid on that one. I'm the high bidder there. I lost that one. I'm the high bidder there.
Did you get the LeBron Noise Boys?
The retro?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I didn't.
That one sold for $825. That was the one I was on the fence on. It was a PSA 8. Went for $825. LeBron Noise Boys retro.
Ooh, baby. Won both cards. Stolen. Congrats to you. Ooh, baby. What did you win? Let's hear it. Okay, so I won that one. I'll show it in a second. I just got to make sure that I'm not missing out on anything here. We are in level 2 of the yellows right now. Level 3 is going to start in 4 minutes, almost exactly.
Oh, I won a card. I mean, like everybody cares, right? But
so, guys, interesting to know. We went from 2,835 cards down to 1,105. There were only 1,105 cards that moved on into level 2 of the yellows. So we started with 5,886. We're down to 1,105.
Wow.
Frankie won 1 card, lost everything else. Well, Frankie, 1's good. Congrats. We are down to 1,105 basketball cards still alive in the monthly, everybody. 1,100 still alive. We'll come back here after. We're gonna go to here. You guys, let's all just be bidding together because I got to make sure that I'm bidding properly. A bid is needed to extend this one. So I'm going to make myself the high bidder on this card. I say that with such confidence. I know it's sounds funny, but I'm going to try and do exactly that. Bid again. The first bid didn't do it. Confirm. It's actually really slick on the phone. I can't wait till the app is live. Didn't work. I'm into $25 increments. Confirm. Nope. Submit. Confirm. Wow. High bidder. Okay, moving on.
So high
bidder there. Say it.
Oh, I definitely missed a few that I wanted in that last window. So I'm learning as I go. The price of tuition, I guess.
That's right. That's why bidding on a few last night was really helpful for me. I felt much more prepared for today, having some experience already. So I'm going to show you guys what I bought. Let me find it here, and then I'll share the screen. That's not it. Ooh, it's not going to show up on this list. I'll just have to show you all on my phone.
A cut above?
A cut above. I bought a cut above, but how do I
I saw that. That ended at a reasonable price, I think.
I thought so. Here, I'll show you guys what I bought.
I think that'll work out.
This card right here, everybody.
Very
Shaquille O'Neal. 1996 Skybox EX2000, a cut above. It's a PSA 8, $480. But I love a cut aboves. This will go nice with my Jerry Rice and my Barry Sanders. And now I add Shaq to the stack. Add Shaq to the stack. That's what we are talking about. Okay, got to go back and see where we're at. We have a minute 10 before we move into level 3. All right, what is going on in the chat? Jonathan Mish, I'm not bidding in the app. I'm bidding in Safari. I'm just on the website in Safari, so I'm not in the app. Definitely get on the website in Safari if you want to get on the phone.
45 seconds, Jared.
Thank you, Joe. Ooh, baby says, I definitely like this over being sniped. Way less anxiety. That's true. If you're bidding on a manageable amount of cards that you can actually maneuver, yeah, this is quite lovely, actually. Drew Tang, appreciate that. You love cut above. You have the penny and an 8. Very nice, very nice. Blades are all chipped. Yeah, I don't want my blades chipped, but it's gonna happen. All right, where are we now? Are we into the next window? Not yet. Not yet.
Close, though. Really close.
Okay, what's going on? I think I got outbid on the... That's done. That's done. Done. I'm outbid on this one again. Bid needed. So we're now into level 3, everybody. We are into level 3 of the yellows. So we are now right here, 740 to 745. You got 5 minutes to decide what you are going to do.
Hoj, where's Hoj?
Hoj is coming. I told him to come in at halfway through the yellows, level 4 of the yellows. So, but then again, he can maybe, I don't know. He's probably busy doing some bidding too, right? So Chris, if you're out there, you're welcome to come in anytime, but no rush, of course. Take your time. Guys, 705 cards have moved on to level 3. So we lost 400 out of 1105. I have to think the site will move a little bit slicker once that happens. I've been outbid. I'm going to keep on bidding. Ooh, what did I win? I won that one. Oh, I won the big one I wanted. I won the big card I wanted. Wow. Ooh, I lost that one. I didn't mean to lose it. Damn. See, you got to keep your eye on the ball. It's tough when you're doing a live stream. We lost Joe too. We've lost Joe.
Joe's back. Joe's back. I don't think it's just the live stream. I think it's the nature of this platform where things kind of slip out of your hands a little bit because, well, frankly, I feel like I understand it about 92%, right? Or maybe less than that. There were moments where I thought I didn't have to worry about it until the next window, and then it was gone. So
92% isn't bad.
It's not bad.
Off Licks says it's great to see the excitement in here. Congrats on the wins, guys. Yeah, no doubt. Hey, there's Chris HOJ. Let's bring him on. Chris, what is going on?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Congrats on the wins.
How about you? Are you doing any bidding?
Nope, I'm not doing any bidding, man. Some of these prices were so high already. Any hopes of getting a steal were dashed as soon as I looked. So
are you saying I'm overpaying?
I don't know, man. I don't know what you won. You know,
I'm going to show you, but I need to get one more bid in here. There's only one card left alive that I want to bid on.
Okay.
But I have one. I showed the Shaquille O'Neal cut above. I've got that bad boy coming home. Let's see. I got to just make sure I'm not missing anything here. There's one more I need to get a bid in before, because the bid is needed to extend the time. I got 2 minutes on that one. The ones I've won have actually come off of this screen now. So let me reclaim my position on this particular card, which I think I just love the colors on it. Maybe that's a hint for somebody, maybe not.
The exquisite Jordan Irving went for $3K. Remember that one we were looking at last night?
Yeah.
One of one.
I do.
PGS
Okay.
5.
So I've now extended that one. Let's see.
It's pretty
how
good.
do I find I want to find the cards that I have won. There we go. Go to the win and apply. So here we go. I won this card. It's a Kobe Bryant.
Take it too. Very
Take
nice.
it to net.
Very
Take it to
nice.
.net. I won this card.
Oh, is that the 03 Shaq Jambalaya?
I don't think it's 03. It's 04. It's 04.
04.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And then I won this one. This is the one that I wanted the most. And I got it.
Oh, wow. Congrats, man. That must be 04 as well then.
Second year.
Second year LeBron Jambalaya. That's such a nice card.
Yeah. You know what, Chris? Like, you know, some of this is after the Jordan sold on PWCC Premier the other day. And, you know, having one and just loving that card, I thought I need some more. I need to round out the Jambalayas. But you know, to get a Kobe, didn't buy a Kobe, but the Shaq 97 is going to be a lot more expensive than the 04. And I thought it's kind of nice to mix it up. This is LeBron's second Jambalaya ever. His first one in a BGS 8.5, card ladder has it at like $37,000. Well, this is a fraction of the price. It's got a better picture, I think. And it's different colors. I love it.
Yeah, it's a great looking card. I think we have that one in Card Ladder too. I think we do. We do have the 04. Yeah.
And I think I got it cheaper than Card Ladder. So
oh well, congrats.
Yeah, I can't complain about that. I got to go back to the ones that I'm bidding on actually, and make sure that because there's one more. Oh, I've been outbid on it again. There's one more card I want to buy. I wonder if the person I'm bidding against kind of figured what it is and knows what I'm talking about. All right, guys, we are down to 490 cards. 490 out of 705 remaining. Wow. That's where we are at. So this thing, see, we started the night with 5,886 cards. That was only 48 minutes ago. And now we are down to 2,835. Chris, a lot of people want to hear what you have to say. What are your thoughts on what you've been watching so far? Anything stick out? You mentioned there are a lot of cards already expensive. You want to give some examples of any of that?
Yeah. So here's how I have it sorted on my screen. I'm just sorting by highest bid first, and I've narrowed it down to only the stuff that's ending on October 25th today. And the highest card left is the Z-Pete Big Men on Court Jordan PSA 10. And the last time that card sold was a little over a year ago, and it sold for $9,000. And that card's currently at $26,000. So that card is going nuts. And it's a pop 8. There are issues with counterfeits. Guys that I know who, guys who informally authenticate these cards and offer their expertise have authenticated this as a real copy. So that's not me saying that it's authentic or even citing anybody. I'm just saying I've seen the rumor mill suggest that this card's authentic, and some of them aren't. So this one right here, it's a pop 8 PSA 10. The pack odds on those were super difficult. It's one of the most difficult Jordan inserts to pull from the 90s. That we'll see how far that one goes, but it's already nearly tripled the last comp from a year ago. So,
well, I'd like to bring it up on the screen to look at it, and I'm just trying to here we go. It's the which one is it, Chris? Oh, darn.
The 96 Big Men on Court Z-Pete Jordan PSA 10. It's the current high bid item.
The Z-Pete, okay. I don't know if I'm going to be able to bring it up right now. Let's see. Here we go. To the comments for a moment. Drew says 480 on the Shaq 8 is right on the money at the moment. Well, that's better than being above the money, I guess. So I'll take it. Oh, wait a second. I got to make a bid within a minute 37. Take it to Nylons. 04 Jambas are great. Was one of those the XL versions? I'm not sure if one of those I won were the XL version. I just know they're jambalayas. Thank you, Andrew Marks. Glad to have you. Thank you. Nice looking cardboard. Ooh, baby, won another 3 out of 3. Very nice. Let us know what it is. The other Lebron Jamba is gross. Well, I like the one I just bought for sure. Birds on the bat. Look at Jeremy all giddy. You know, when you win a card that you've had your sights on for like a week, you get excited, right? Like, you know what it's like, Chris. You've been, especially in your McCaffrey chase, right? It's for cards that one of ones. Like, you have to win them. There's no second chance, right?
You're right. You are so right.
All right, I got to put myself back into position here on this this one card. Of course, I'm either driving this guy up or I'm going to take it down myself. There we go. Back into high bidder mode. We'll see what happens. Someone fly to Canada and check his pulse. I was pretty excited. Sergey says better pick than 03 for sure. I agree. Thank you, Pedro. Happy to be there. Frankie, nice to see Chris here.
What's up, Frankie?
Frankie won the MJ Metal Hardware BGS 9. Very nice, Frankie. Congrats.
That's a huge Jordan insert, man.
That's not the championship hardware. Is that the one he's talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I got one of those. That's a great card.
Yeah, it's a great card, man. Great
Congrats,
card.
Frankie.
The embossing. I've never seen a card embossed like that one.
Unbelievable. GB Rainbow says, I absolutely love this format for the low mid-end cards. There you go. Sebastian says, congrats on the Jambas. I have 04 Braun as well. Awesome. There we are. 364 cards have been extended, guys. 364 cards have extended into level 5 of the greens. We are now into level 5 of the greens. 74% made it through to level 4. So I think, yeah, maybe the shrinkage is gonna kind of decrease right now as the serious bidders are continuing to bid on the serious cards, right? And once we get into the reds, then we're gonna see something. We're gonna see it happen really quick, I think. James Hummel, who's excited for Expo in Toronto? I am. November 11th to 14th. Boom Blockhead says, I feel like the outbid view is my to-do list. That's a fun. That's right. No doubt. Jake Connor, what's up with you? Welcome. Birds on the Bat says, yesterday I won about 15 vintage baseball for my collection. It was a great night. Best knob was the 69 Ernie Banks PSA 8 for $115, almost half of comps. There you go. Congrats to you, Birds. Jordan Riker started the night bidding on 235 cards, somehow lost all 237 of them.
Did he even win one?
Seems like he owes them 2 cards now. I think that's what
He lost so bad he has to send them cards.
That's where the math is at from what I can tell for sure. Okay, I've got 3 minutes. I'm still the high bidder on the last card I'm trying to win tonight, and then I can reveal it. Junk Slab says, did PWCC implement a buyer's premium? If not, is it a matter of time? I mean, that's a good question, Junk Slabs. I don't think it's a matter of time. I think that the monthly auction is going to be, void of buyer's premiums, likely forever. It's meant to kind of replace their eBay auctions, and there was no buyer premium on eBay, so I don't think that's the case. But I'm sure we'll find out eventually, or maybe someone wants to let us know and we can confirm. But I don't think that's the case at all Would be very surprising. Tom Bullard says, congrats you all. A little out of my league of bargain bin, but aspirations to get there. Love that Shaq despite the colors. Thank you, Tom Bullard. And we are correct. There will never be a buyer's premium on the monthly auction. Confirmed. Pedro, when is hockey? Hockey is on Wednesday, Pedro. And I think I'm going to do this again for hockey. We won't do football. I can't convince the wife to let me do this 3 nights in a row. But we'll probably do hockey on Wednesday. You bet, Birds. Congrats on that card, man. Congrats on that card. Nice looking cardboard. Says the reduced time sessions are awesome. Goes on to say, yeah, well, and don't forget, Golden's auction platform is changing. He announced a new one last night, so we're in for something there too in due course here once it is up and running. And I think eventually we're going to see a couple off eBay platforms just dominating eBay. That's the way. I mean, that's where my money's going. I've spent more money here tonight than I have on eBay in the last 2.5 months combined. So that's just the way things are going. Okay, I might win this card if someone doesn't bid in the next minute. Sergey liked the format, lost everything. Only one was for the PC. She blinded me with refractors. Andy in the house. What is going on, my guy? Thank you for the congrats. Tell Chris he needs to get in there and mix it up. Yeah. Right?
I'm looking at this LeBron 2012 Select Hot Stars Gold out of 10 BGS 9.5. I mean, this is a first-year Select LeBron. It's an insert. It looks awesome. It's gold in the black Miami Heat uniform. Current bid $8,000. I mean, man, that just seems like a really nice price for that card.
Yeah. I want to go back to the Z-Pete here that Frank even raises. The Z-Pete has so many questions around them in terms of authenticity that I've stopped chasing it. So what did the one sell for tonight?
Hasn't sold yet. It's been extended to the next window. Somebody placed a bid on it immediately when it went into this window.
And so what's it at?
27,000.
Oh my God. So I had one in my hand at the National in 2019. It was the same. It was a PSA 10. I was going to buy it from, I think it was from Tim and Lorena from the Wiz Dells show. And $2,500 was the price. And then I got scared because of what I heard about these things. And, it's like, sometimes I think Well,
here's the thing, Jeremy. If it's in a PSA slab, PSA's guarantee backs it. So
right.
Not for authenticity and for technical grade. So as long as you're not the original submitter. So, I mean, there's a lot of, you can buy PSA with confidence, in my opinion. That's for sure. I wish I would have thought of that then. I probably would have bought the card. And, but hey, the other problem with that card is that the Z-Pete version is not as nice as the basic version, in my opinion. It's kind of dulled out. It's darkened out. It's harder to see. What do you think of that, Chris? Yeah, I like the shine of the Z-Pete, but you're right. The colors are more vibrant on the base version.
How about you, Joe? Do you know these cards? You familiar with the Z-Pete and the regular?
I keep thinking of the Superman, and it's not. I don't think it's the card you're talking about. But can you pull it up? Is it if it's still live?
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I keep getting outbid on the card I want. I think the guy's watching right now.
Yeah, it's probably another Shaq. I will say, Jer, I got the flawless Shaq auto that I had my eye on. I remember that, the pink, numbered out of 20. I love those flawless on-card autos. That's and the other one I pulled was the Kareem. So
I'm trying to find it. I'm typing Jordan Big Court, and it's coming up with no results. Huh. Oh, never, because I'm in my bids. I got to get back to all items. Okay, sorry about that, guys. We'll get there. We'll get there. Still getting a little bit used to the platform, but it's actually been quite intuitive. Hits and Chicks has some great low-end deals on the platform. Luigi, is it possible people forgot there's no buyer's premium? Possibly. Yeah, for sure. Why not, right? I mean, especially since that's what they have in the Premier. Okay, Jordan Big. Let's do that search. I got 2 minutes. I've been outbid again. Oh my gosh. Somebody wants this card. I mean, as much as I do. At what point do I let it go? That's the question. Okay, so here we go. Let's take a look at it's coming up right now. This is the card we're talking about. Big man on court, the Z-Pete, Michael Jordan. So you can see just by looking that the background is kind of dulled out. It's really hard to see. But if you
yeah, that one. Yeah.
Right?
That's a classic.
But the un-Z-Pete version or the regular version, you can really see the red here, the blue here, the green or yellow down here, whatever it is. You can see them nice and bright. This Z-Pete version, which is also one of the reasons why I let this card go. Who knows? This might be the one that I had my hands on and could have bought it for $2,500, and now it's at $27,000. That's hey, one of the many coulda, shoulda, wouldas that we all have, right?
So I'm trying to understand. Like you said, there's the red and blue. The alternative version. What's going on with the color here? Is it a chrome? Is it?
Chris, do you know?
Yeah, it's like foil. It's like the whole background is foil. I think it is anyway. I'm pretty sure it is. It looks nice in hand, but you have to have it under the light. But it's shiny, which I like.
Do you guys find? Sorry, say it again. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Is it more rare than the other issue?
Yes, it is. It's the pack odds were much more difficult. This is one of the most the big men on court Jordan Z-Pete from '96 is one of the most difficult Jordan inserts to pull. Period. The pack odds. I think the Jordan was 1 in 11,000 packs. Super tough card to pull.
I need to go check something on Card Ladder here quick, just because this card that I want is kind of getting a little bit out of hand here. So it's best that I maybe check a comp. See, sometimes I don't care about comps. I don't know how everyone else. It's not. This particular one isn't in the database.
Okay.
But sometimes I don't care about comps. I just want a card. I don't even want to know the comp. I just want to get the card and figure it out later. Anyone else ever do that, or am I just crazy that way?
Never admit that.
Well, I won't tell you what card it is, though. That's the thing.
Good.
Some cards I care deeply about comps, but the rarer a card, the less the comps really matter.
Yeah, no, I agree. Same for me.
So the Kobe Jambalaya BGS 9 is about to close at 21K. I don't know if you guys are watching that.
Yeah, that's a great card. Okay, guys, we are now in the reds. So this is where the action is going to happen, and this thing is going to wind down. There are 173 cards left. So 173 cards out of how many? I got to go back to this screen here. 173 out of 5,886 made it 1 hour. So now you got to get your bid in within an hour, within a minute. I think I did not win that card I wanted. So congrats to the winner, but I'll show you what it was for anyone who cares. Let me just go back here.
Kobe sold.
How much?
21K for the BGS 9. So that's the
You know what's interesting about that, Joe, is that another Kobe BGS 9 sold in the PWCC premiere 2 nights ago, and it sold for $24,000.
Huh. I'm looking at the was it a BGS 9 or
it was a BGS 9 with excellent subgrades. 2 9s, a 10, and a 9.5 on the subs.
Okay. This one's 9.5, 8.5, 10, 9. So
pretty good subs too.
Yeah.
Well, the card I didn't win is going to allow me now to buy a card tomorrow night on football night, because there's one card I really have my eye on tomorrow night, and now I'm going to go for that.
The McCaffrey you were talking about? Just kidding.
Yeah, that 101 Nebula, something like that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, of course not. So we are down to what did I hear? Let's see, 106 cards left. So we just lost, almost a third of them, more than a third of the cards going into the second level of the Reds, which is going to be over right away if it isn't already over. So this thing is starting to fly. Oof. It's tough to do a show, guys. Bid on cards, address the chat. I feel like I'm ignoring you all, but hey, we knew what we were getting ourselves into. Another level just ended. We are now into level, I believe, 3 to 1 to 2 to 3. No, we are now in level 4 of the Reds, guys. Level 4 of the Reds.
I have the feeling like when I get off a roller coaster and I'm kind of like, whoa, that was cool.
Man, that Jordan keeps getting extended.
Here we go. I can finally show you that card that I did not win, that I really wanted. Here you go, everybody. This is the one I wanted. Another jambalaya, the Allen Iverson. I love the colors on this thing.
Yeah.
I don't have an Iverson card outside of a rookie. I thought, what a great card to add. But not today. Not today, everybody. See, right at the top there. Sorry you lost this item. Yeah, you should be sorry. I'm sorry, too.
What did it close for?
$900.
$900?
Yeah.
You weren't down with $900?
I wasn't down with 900. I also didn't win this card. Here's one. I wanted this one too, because the Kobe we were just talking about is like, $27,000. This Kobe in a BGS 9 ended at 3,100, but I did not win that one either. But what a great alternative to the 97. Like, they're
absolutely
still rare. They're still rare. So missed out on that. And then the one I forgot to bid on, this went for $140. I would have won this all day long. Maybe. I'm a little upset. The Larry Bird retro Jamba. I mean,
those retros are sweet. Yeah.
Look at that. He doesn't have an in uniform jambalaya, so this becomes the de facto jambalaya. I don't think he does. Correct me if I'm wrong, but
no, you're right.
That one I was sleeping on. That's one I slept on.
Hey, look at that. Mark Zablo of Bleecker is in the chat, and he says, love that. Iverson is my PC, aiming for it. Now, Mark's going to be some tough competition there.
Well, Mark, did you win that? Because if you did, I'm sorry. I think I ran you up from about $450 up to 900 on it. So I owe you a beer, pal. Or maybe you owe me the card because I didn't get to win it. But good for you if you did. I'm happy for you. I'm glad. It's always nice to know where it goes, right?
Yeah. Jeremy and Joe, next time either one of you make it to New York, you must check out Bleecker Trading. Cool. One of the coolest card shops out there.
It's on the list, man, for sure. I watch all the content that comes out of there. You guys, Lucas are there. Shay is there. Yep. Whoever's there. It seems like a great place, somewhere that's fun to be. So I will definitely make my way there one day. That's a guarantee. It's just a matter of when, but that's 100% a done deal. Christina, appreciate the offer.
Oh,
too late, though. Too late, but thank you, Christina.
Day late, dollar short.
Day late, dollar short. Alex was second on the Kobe BGS 9. Yeah, I was 0.5 away from a 9.5. Bogarts, welcome to the show. First time caller, long time listener, or first time both. Great to have you. I want to see, did Mark respond? Did he buy that Iverson? I wonder if you did. Okay, Jordan won 5 auctions, and my night is now over. Congratulations, says that was a whirlwind. I won the magic one. Jonathan won the magic one. Which one? Which magic one? Today's Frankie makes a very astute comment. Guys, write this down. Today's price is yesterday's comps. Or tomorrow's comps, right? Today's price is tomorrow's comps.
How does that work? Is that the old price? Is that the new price? The current price?
Oh, Jonathan Mish won the Magic Jambalaya. Congrats. Oh, that's wicked. Congratulations. Love it. Love it.
That'll work out.
Yeah. I'd love to grab. That's why I wanted that Larry. I would have loved to pick up a Magic, but I'd want to pair them together, have both of them kind of be from the retro. Okay, so we are, I guess we're going through levels here, and I'm not really following as much as I was before. but I wonder how many cards are left at this point. Let's see if I can figure that out. Monthly, let's see.
Damn, that Jordan's up to 38,000.
Where'd it go? I collect, says Larry Bird does have a jambalaya from 06. So is it a Celtics uniform jambalaya? Because if it is, that's pretty cool. Hits and chicks. Any big steals you can see yet? I think we'll find out soon. Chris, what's wrong?
I can't believe that Jordan is now at $40,000.
The Z? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
That's Frankie. Frankie's going for it.
Frankie, chill out, Frankie. Take a breath, Frankie.
Oh, Alex was half a point away on the Premier auction.
Yeah.
Kobe jambalaya. Okay, good. Chris Carter says, oh my God, I know I won a ton of items tonight, but the site is slow that I literally can't even get it to load to see what I won. Be patient. It'll come through.
Yeah, Chris, shout out to Chris in Clubhouse. Chris, maybe switch your browser. See if you can get on Firefox.
That helped. It helped a lot of us, Chris, actually. Nice looking cardboard. Any idea what the price increments are for this final stage? I think it depends. It's based on the level of the price, not the final stage. So it just, if it's under $100, it's a couple dollars. 100, it goes up by 5s and 10s, 25s, 50s, that sort of thing. Bogarts, do you all sell cards on here? I don't have any cards selling in this one, but I will in future ones. Joe, you're going to jump in?
Well, I was just going to mention that LeBron Select Gold got re-upped. It's now at $13K with 35 seconds to go.
So I'm going to do this, guys. I'm going to sort by highest bid on just cards that are live. And let's see, because there aren't many live at this point. There's, I think, the ZP is done. Alex lets us know. Oh, so it is a Celtics uniform. Okay, good to know. Thank you. But Frankie says he doesn't have a Celtics jambalaya. And I collect says he does. Which one of you is right?
It's the trivia night.
I'm with you, Alex. I prefer the regular big man on court too. Sorry, Joe.
Oh, I'm following that LeBron because I'm trying to think, is that an incredible bargain? Like a numbered out of 10, 2012 select LeBron. It's now at 14K. Is that a steal or is that like new rates for select?
Look at this comment from Fox E13 from 10:08 p.m. And I just looked into it and he's right.
Here we are.
So there's another one with better subs on eBay right now. That's got 45 minutes to go and it's currently at 4,600. So there's two of them. What are the odds of that? Two of them running head to head against each other on a card that you very rarely see. So I think both buyers are going to end up getting a good deal just because they got split up.
Can I ask Chris a basketball card question?
Yeah, what year is this LeBron Hot Stars?
2012.
Oh, I got it. Okay, before I'm just going to, Joe, 1 sec, very quick, because I'm going to now share the screen and I now have it as, there's only 10 items left, guys. There's only 10 results. This is what's live, ending tonight in basketball. There's only 10 cards still alive. And I can't bid on any of them, I don't think. View only, view only, view only. What's this? Why? Oh, this one just ended. So now we're down to 9. 9 cards left. And the Hot Stars, this is the one right here that we're talking about. 2012 Select Hot Stars Gold Prisms at 14.5. And it's already been extended for another minute. Sorry, Joe, go ahead, please.
Oh, no, I mean, this is we're in the heat of the moment here. I'm actually trying to see if that the one we have at PWCC is 4 of 10. I was wondering if it was a 6 of 10 in terms of like a jersey match, but it's not. My question, Chris, was just given what Panini did with select production in the last year, do you think these older select cards will be depressed because of that? over time, will they return? It feels like the whole select landscape has altered because of the mass production of this year and the retail emergence.
Man, good question. I don't know. Back in 2012 was a much simpler time, as we all know. So there wasn't a lot to choose from back then. And I think anything gold and from the first year of a premium Panini product like Select, even with the beating that product has taken, it's still the legacy product. It's not going anywhere. So I'm still pretty bullish on 2012 Select Gold stuff.
So what did the Z-Pete end at? Frankie just mentions it went nuts. Did it do more than 40 or did it do 40?
No, it ended at 40. And by the way, I think these all these data points kind of disappear after it's over, but we will have all of them in Card Ladder. So
awesome. That's
FYI.
Incredible news. I mean, it's incredible news. So we are 20 seconds away from everything ending except for this card here. Oh, we've had a bid on that one. Now it's green. 7 seconds here on the Select Hot Stars Lebron. 3, 2, 1, and it got a bid. Someone sniped in at the end. But this card ended for $10,000. The Upper Deck Top Prospects LeBron James rookie BGS 10.
Wow.
This is still alive. This sold. Flawless Double Diamond Trae Young PS rookie out of 10 sold for $2,000. The Kareem PSA 4 got a bid. The Ultra Stars MJ got a bid. The Panini Prism Red Prisms LeBron from 2013 PSA 9 has ended at $1,300. Scottie Pippen rookie PSA DNA has ended at $675. So we are now down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards, and these two have already been extended to the next window. So another bid has come in on the LeBron. Here we go. So I thought that I said, Chris, I think when we started, I said this thing's going to end around between 9:15 and 9:20. We are at my time, so 8:15 to 8:20. We are now at 8:17. If these last few cards end in the next couple of minutes, I will have nailed that guess. But I think it's going to go into the 20s here, into the 8:20s, because it seems like there are some battles going on. Although these two need a bid to extend. Those two need a bid, and this one's already extended. So there's another bid. We saw it at 15 grand a few minutes ago. It's now at 16.5. Here's a great question. Chris, I'm going to block your face for a second. I'm sorry. Actually, I won't do it. Let's just do that and do this.
You can go ahead and block. Okay.
I don't want to block your face. Look, now we got your face twice and Joe's face twice.
There we go.
So I like this. Kyle says, what's the strategy with extended bidding? Are you better off waiting till the end, or do you just bid right away since the bidding window starts? Yeah, I don't know. I think it depends. Like, do you want to kind of get under the skin of your competitor? If you do, wait till the very last second, put in a bid. They'll be like, oh, damn. Because now they have to put in another bid, which is going to cause it to extend again, right? Because if you bid it at 59 seconds, they're going to bid at the beginning of the next window, which is going to open up the next window, the next level of the reds or the yellows, wherever we are. So, yeah, I think you got to decide how you want to approach it. Or do you just want to say, scare them away, like rip off the Band-Aid and just get them right at the beginning, and then they have a minute to decide. Maybe they'll shy away thinking you're not going to back off. Who knows? Nate Martin says, wow, LeBron black label at 10K. PSA 10 is like 300 to 400 unless I'm missing something. Is it the same card? Is all I can think of. Maybe one's a different version, like a different refractor version or something, but not too sure. LeBron Chrome BGS 9.5 ended at 4K. A 9 sold for 5K yesterday. Yeah, so maybe that is the same card. 90s B-Ball Jake, are there any snipe bid apps that will work for PWCC auctions or the upcoming Golden? It's a good question. I don't know. But I can verify that. Oh, okay. So hold on. Let's just go back here. It looks like the LeBron sold for 16.5. Everything sold. The auction is over. The night is over. It ended at 9. Right around my watch says 9:17, 8:17. So I was pretty much bang on about 15, 16 minutes into the reds. Again, guys, I do get a sort of a kick out of referring to these levels as the greens, the yellows, and the reds. But hey, that's what PWCC did, right? That's how they colored them. So that's how we're going to refer to them now, as the greens, the yellows, and the reds, and the different levels within. At least we know what we're talking about that way, or at least I know what I'm talking about that way.
That's good. They should adopt that. That should become the shortcut to describe what phase we're in.
Here we go. See, so this is the green. It's a half hour. The yellows, you got 6 levels, and then the reds. The reds are where the action is, and the cards start falling off fast, right? I mean, they really do.
You better be quick with the clicks and the typing when you're in the reds.
Yeah, you need to be.
My intuitive observation from my own experience is that first window in the second tier, a lot falls off right then and there. So I don't know if those are the highly sought after cards, but I think that might be the window where you have the most opportunity for a bargain or something, falling through the cracks.
Interesting.
I think you're right.
And what was that? So, tell me the colors again, Jer.
You got greens, yellow, just like a traffic light. You got greens, yellows, and reds, buddy. Greens, yellows, and reds. What is up, Tim Sylvia? Good evening. JG thinks anything 12-13 Prism is solid. Drew Tang, I just have an aversion to Panini. I'm Skybox brainwashed. Oh, fair. I mean, I love me some Skybox cards from the 90s, that's for sure. Chris, you're in the same boat there.
Yeah, I'm Skybox brainwashed as well. Flir, a little bit of Flir brainwashing happened to me too. Upper Deck.
Yeah.
Tops.
Here, Chris Carter. Chris Carter can see his stats. So here's somebody who was bidding on a lot of items tonight, everybody. 168 cards over the 2 nights so far. Tonight's best deal for him was a Luka jersey card out of 99, SGC 9, pop 3, none higher. Paid $31. So tomorrow night is football. Wednesday night is hockey. Thursday night is gaming. And Wednesday it's hockey. I think it's like boxing and like F1 and those sorts of things. So you're going to see a lot of action. I'm hopefully going to do this again on Wednesday for hockey. And now that, Joe and I and Chris, thank you for joining. Sure. Now that we have one version of the monthly under our belts as far as running a show, it should help us really as far as Wednesday goes. So Chris won't be back because he's not a hockey guy as much as he's a little bit of a hockey guy. A little bit. Hey, Chris, a little bit.
I'm trying. I'm trying. How about that?
We'll take it. We'll take trying. But yeah, we'll do hockey on Wednesday. And I have a few cards I've already been on. So here, guys, I'm going to share this now. This will be pretty interesting. Let's take this comment off. So here we have tonight's auctions. 6,899 cards ended tonight. You can see that right there. We are sorted. So this is all the auctions that are closed. October 25th, day 2 basketball only. So it's sorted from highest price to lowest. So here we go. Card number 1 of the night is the Topps Chrome Refractor LeBron James PSA 10, $75,000. Card number 2, the one we've been talking about, the Michael Jordan Z-Force Big Man on Court Z-Pete, sells for $40,000. I could have bought that for $2,500 2 years ago, but I didn't. And hey, I know I'm not alone. We all have those coulda, shoulda, wouldas. Card number 3. 2009 Topps Chrome Refractor Steph Curry out of 500 PSA 8.5, just shy of $30,000 at $28,500. A Michael Jordan Flir rookie PSA 9 does $27,000. So where are we? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 4th highest sale of the night. This card is really cool. I love this 75 Topps Kareem Abdul-Jabbar PSA 10 with a PWCC above average eye appeal rating. Top 30% does $24,500.
Wow.
Don't see I'm curious what the pop is. I don't see it here, but it's definitely going to be low. That's card number 5. Card number 6 is the Julius Erving PSA 9 with the top 15%. That's exceptional. $23,500. Next up, Topps Chrome Refractor Kobe Bryant PSA 9 does $23,000. I know these are small. I'm actually gonna see if I can blow this one up for a second and see what we got for greening, if any. But we'll come back to it. 22 grand, guys. I want this card so bad, but because it's so expensive, I settled on buying a Kobe tonight for 10% of the price. I think exactly 10% of the price. Chris, you know this card. You're an MJ insert guy. If you're only humoring me, talk about the take it to net, like how it's done over the past. When you started collecting Jordans in about 2016, I think it was. I came in about 2 years after you did into the Jordan world. How has the importance of the take it to net card? How has the importance of it transitioned over these last 3 years or so?
Well, one thing it has going for it is it's serial numbered, which is something that a lot of inserts from the 90s Jordan catalog don't have. Another thing that it has going for it that I think is translated nicely is its theme, the computer internet theme. The background picture looks like computer circuitry, and takeit2.net is a reference to a domain name, which, seems funny to us now, but it was probably pretty cutting edge when they released that insert. And, one thing that's cool about that card that doesn't get talked about a lot, but I like about that card and other 98 inserts featuring Jordan, it has like a send-off to Michael Jordan, because the card manufacturers knew that this would be the last year that they'd be able to make Michael Jordan cards. So that one and some of the other 98 inserts, like linchpins is another example. It has like a little message to Michael Jordan, like thanking him and sending him off into retirement. So it's a really neat card. You do have to be careful with this card. There are unnumbered copies and unfinished copies out there, but it's very easy to detect. The serial numbering is prominent on the back. Oh, look, and there's 23 in the serial number. So little jersey, quasi jersey number action there.
Well, a little Kobe in there too.
And a little Kobe in there too. Perfect.
Jordan Kobe right beside. It might not get any better than that.
No, it might
unless
not.
It was like 23, 24. But it wouldn't go there. It only goes to 1,000. That's as good as it gets.
Yeah. Plus it's a PSA 10, man. There are not a lot of PSA 10 Jordan inserts out there. Of the desired Jordan PSA 10s, taking all of his inserts in the 90s into account, maybe there's a few hundred, probably less than 1,000, across all of them. That's a wild guess, but just kind of thinking what I know about the pop reports and stuff, like there are not a lot of PSA 10 Jordan inserts out there. And I own 0 PSA 10 Jordan inserts, but I mean, those are obviously kind of, there's a lot going for those. So,
yeah. I mean, just look at this card though. I mean, I love how he takes up the whole card. You know what I mean? Like he's so prominent on this card from the top right to the ball at the top left. He's stepping on the bottom border basically. I just think it's wow. What a card.
That's an interesting observation, because the Flir was the brand that made Flair Showcase. Flir also had Flir Tradition in 98-99, which had the Playmakers Theater insert. And Jordan is also very large on that card as well. He fills up the whole card as well. So I wonder if that was an intentional design aesthetic that they incorporated that I never thought about until you just pointed it out.
I'll text Gene and ask
There you
her.
go.
Let's find out. So let's go back to the Kobe, though, that was also a top 10, just to see what we have for any greening. I always find that interesting. So we do it seems to be greening in this area here. Typical, right? I don't know that people, I know you care about it, but it doesn't necessarily dissuade people from adding these cards to their collections because it seems to be happening to most of them. But this one, it's minor. Like I've seen worse green, but I can tell that it's kind of, there is an impact there. Do you agree?
Yeah, I do. Also, you can look, I think that's Tom Gugliotta who's defending him. And you can see that some of his skin is sort of turning green as well. There's definitely a green tint is set in on the card. But I think a lot of people have resigned themselves to the fact that a lot of them are going to probably have some greening at some point.
It is kind of just one of those things. Okay, so let's count again. I want to make sure we cover the top 10. 1, 2, 3, 4 at Jordan, 5 at Kareem. Sorry?
Speaking of the number one card, I'm pretty sure Gary Vee just bought one of those this week, and he sent out a tweet that said, while many are looking at NFTs, I'm looking at sports cards. And then he bought one of those. So, I mean, that card got as high as 300,000 ish in March. So quite the bargain off of peak pricing there.
Oh yeah, for sure. So we have the LeBron at number 1, the ZP Jordan at number 2, the Steph Curry at number 3, Jordan rookie at 4, the 75 Kareem at number 5, Dr. J at 6, the Kobe Chrome Refractor at 7, the Jordan TakeIt2.net at 8. We have the Kobe Bryant Jambalaya BGS 9 at number 9 at $21,000. And at number 10, the Nike Promo MJ PSA 10 at $18,500. Followed by the Oscar Robertson PSA 8 for 18 at number 11. This is a great card. The first solo Larry Bird card at number 12. PSA 10 does $18,000. Another Nike Promo Jordan in at 13. And a LaMelo in at number 14, a rookie out of 49, Panini Prism Orange. And we'll finish out the top 15 with the Jordan Scoring Kings, $17,000.
I think I'd take the Scoring Kings.
I don't know if you guys saw the card ladder email that went out today with the ladder headlines, but the top 2 were LaMelo Ball, his Prism Blue Shimmer PSA 10 and his Prism Blue PSA 10. They both set all-time highs yesterday. I think both of them were around like 15 to 20 grand a piece. LaMelo Ball cards are on fire.
Well, so was Zion last year.
Yeah.
How are
this
his cards
year too,
doing
man.
lately?
Zion's NTRPA with Golden just sold a BGS 9 for 180 grand Saturday night. So
how are his more typical cards doing? His more commodity type cards doing lately?
They've been flat. They've been just flat for the last year. But his high end stuff is very strong, super strong. So,
and he's not playing right now, is he?
No, he's not, and he doesn't have a timetable to return either.
So, Joe. Chris, I don't know if you know, but Joe is a huge Warriors fan. Loves his Steph Curry. He's been telling me I need to get some Steph, and I know I do because Steph Curry, I think, is underappreciated in the hobby. Joe, what do you think of Steph? Like make the case for Steph.
Change the game, and is a fine human being to boot. I think. He's selfless. If you look at the way he's engaged with the culture, the Warriors culture, and the whole Bay Area, his philanthropy work, family man, and I think he is entering actually into his prime, which is crazy to think because he's already won 3 rings and back-to-back MVPs. But I've been watching him this whole time, and some of the things that he's doing right now, I've never seen before. So that doesn't make shopping for a Steph card easy, a big Steph card. I'm not a huge fan of the traditional rookie cards for Steph. I tend to find, some of the on-card auto patch things a little more interesting. But I don't think you could possibly go wrong with a Steph investment.
Chris, I know, Chris, you take notes a lot of the time. Were you taking some notes to respond there?
Yeah, I wrote 3 bullet points to add on to what Joe said. Number 1, Curry has a lot of charisma. And I think that is an underrated part of today's game. Curry is a showman when he's on the floor. Kind of like Connor McJesus, how after he scores, he'll do the thing and he'll slide around and stuff. Curry's like that. I put in hockey terms for our hockey guys. And then he's in the Bay Area. So we're talking a fan base and a collector base that's, potentially some guys and girls out there coming from Silicon Valley. And it's just a very inflated price-wise area. So there's going to be collectors collecting Curry with deep pockets. And then, but here's the thing. Curry has no finals MVPs despite winning 3 finals. So 2 went to KD and 1 went to Iguodala. And so that's the one knock that Curry is going to have to hear about for his whole career and his legacy afterwards, is that, was he ever the best player on a championship team? And you can argue that he was. I mean, it's weird to think about it that way, but even though Iggy got the first finals MVP, clearly Steph Curry is the best player on that team. But that's the thing. Just so knowing everybody going into Curry collecting and investing should be aware that people will come at you with that. So just so you know.
Joe, any sort of response to that as someone who watches all the games? I mean, to me, it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter to me. That you don't have a finals MVP, or is it the finals or is it the playoffs? It's the playoffs, right?
The finals. It's
the finals. It's just the finals. I mean, you gotta get there, and Steph is integral to getting there. So just because you weren't the best player for a pocket of 4 to 7 games, cut me some slack, guys. Guys being the rest of the hobby, like that. That's not a knock against him when I am making a decision on a player personally. But I'm gonna, like Chris says, people are gonna bring it up, so you got to be aware of it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that where my brain goes with that is not to disagree with Chris. Chris is absolutely right. People do bring that up, and it is something that they will sort of wave around. But equally, I think you could say that the way he brought KD into the Warriors culture, and that sort of lack of ego and integration of KD and allowing KD to be the prominent player on that team, speaks to his pedigree and his sort of graciousness, which is one of the most attracting things to me. I'm going to throw one more thing in there, and this also goes for Clay, who did not make the top 75, which Dre and Steph were kind of joking with Dre, with Clay. They gave him a number 77 jersey and said, that'll have some interesting things. But and this is not specific to Steph, but I think the Asian market is an element as well. You mentioned the Bay Area, and there's obviously the West Coast and a lot of kind of action there. And then also just that Steph is an everyman. Steph, as a more diminutive stature, allows so many of us who are not, 6'7", 215 and 48 vertical, to imagine ourselves into not that it's a realistic imagining, but imagine ourselves into that position of what he does on a basketball court, which is just magical.
Yeah, not just us. For the ordinary person, being 6'2" is tall, so people can associate with him being one of the shortest players on the floor. But not just us, but kids. Curry has inspired a whole generation of undersized players. It's funny to talk about a guy who's like 6'2" as being undersized, because he'd be, well above the average height. But for the NBA, he's undersized, and he's inspired a whole generation of kids who are undersized relative to their peers. And I think he's going to be, always cherished and remembered by the upcoming generation that hasn't even really come of age yet.
I got to get a card. Got to get a Steph card.
Jeremy's convinced.
Oh, he's it's easy to be convinced on Steph Curry. It just is.
Yeah.
And you watch the guy play. I mean, he sinks 40% of his 3-pointers, I believe, behind the 30-foot line.
So December is they're anticipating he will break Ray Allen's record. So that might be a little bit of a wave to ride. Mid December and the accolades of, Ray Allen and Reggie Miller being there and sort of conferring upon him what we already know, which is all-time greatest shooter. Yeah. I think that's a moment maybe to get ahead of. Maybe, yeah. Or zig. I mean, maybe it's too late. Maybe that was like a year or two ago. But Chris, I'm curious. I don't feature the Topps rookie cards of Steph all that much. I mean, of course, I wish I had one or some, and I know there's some really interesting ones out there. But we were talking about the Select, and we were talking a little bit about early Prism earlier. Do you see any sort of first issue Steph cards that you find intriguing from a value perspective?
Not anymore. I think the first year Prism and Select, well, first year Prism is definitely, I think, gone as far as it can go as being considered undervalued, or I think that a Curry Gold 9.5 from 2012 Prism sold for over $250,000 earlier this year. So I think not to avoid the question, but I think his rookie year offerings are still worth looking at. It was the first year that Panini had the basketball license. So honestly, the products were simpler. First year of National Treasures, I don't really hear that talked about a lot, but the first year of National Treasures has Curry's RPA in it. So that's a really cool double dip from a collector point of view. You get Curry's RPA, Curry's first RPA, obviously, but it's also the first NT RPA, which is neat. And Curry, surprisingly, has some affordable rookie autographs. I couldn't tell you set names off the top of my head, but I recall adding them to Card Ladder about a month ago. And stuff like this, like $3,000 to $5,000 numbered Curry rookie autographs in high grades, which astonished me. So like if ever there was a place where I thought there might be some Curry cards are getting overlooked, I think it's, surprisingly enough, in his rookie year, especially because like those sets are not super complicated. It was a first year Panini, simple sets, stuff. They were still figuring stuff out. They kept it very basic for the most part. I think there's still value in Curry rookies, in Curry rookie autos.
All right, good stuff, guys. I want to go to some comments, and I want to show a couple more things on the screen. So we're going to keep going here for a bit. Chris, I know you got a long night ahead of you of data analysis, but you're welcome to stick around as long as you want, but also welcome to sign off if you need to. So
thanks,
don't feel any pressure there. Joe, you got to stay with me. All right. So two things I'm going to do. We're going to go through comments. We're going to Chris Carter made a good suggestion to show how the last two nights have looked as far as the top cards selling. So mixing to see where baseball is showing up versus basketball. And then I may or may not show all the cards that I bid on tonight as well. And we'll start up here, though, with this question from Jordan. Jeremy, Joe, and Chris, how many auctions did each of you win tonight? I won 4. Chris won 0. Joe, how many auctions did you win tonight?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7. So a 4, 0, and a 7. Okay.
I will say my bargain bin box, I got a KD Topps rookie card PSA 4 for $20. Yeah. But I'll probably crack that baby out and just have it.
Nice.
Yeah, Jake tells us that yes, MJ is also large on linchpins. Chris, you made that same comment. Boom Blockhead says PWCC is better than eBay. Drew Tang thinks his Natural Born Thrillers is identical image, even bigger than on the Lynch. Okay. Yeah, Birds wants to see all our wins and bids like on a screen share. I just might do that. We'll see. Drew, Thrillers used to be affordable. Yeah, so many things were. I like this. Bird says Chris looks personally offended by that LaMelo price. Oh, and hey, guys, Jake at 90s B-Ball Cards just dropped an episode on his channel with his top 10 Curry cards. He loves them. If you're not yet subscribed and watching Jake's content, there it is, 90s B-Ball Cards. Check it out. Also his wife's favorite player. Ben Veith says that Steph is unbelievable. Here we go. Chris makes a suggestion. Do a quick look at the top 10 to 20 overall between the two nights, because it's interesting to see where MLB is fitting with NBA and how 1933, 1948, etc. are competing with Jordans from 85, 86. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that right now. I have it ready to go. Here we go. So this is going from, again, most expensive to least. 20,000 cards have sold in the last 2 days out of 41,000 altogether in the auction. So LeBron is number one at 75,000. Number two, Babe Ruth, 40,000. There's the Z Pete at 40,000. The Jordan, we have a Johnny Bench at number 4, 29,000. Then Steph Curry. Then a Hank Aaron at 28. The MJ, the Jackie Rod. Now we got baseball. It was going basketball, baseball, basketball, baseball. Now we have 2 baseball cards here, a Jackie and a Willie. Looks to me like it's all vintage. It's all the iconic players in baseball that are up here so far. There's the Kareem, the Dr. J, another Babe Ruth from 1933. There's the Kobe, another Babe Ruth from 1933. This is a 3.5. This is a 3. The 3 sold for a bit more than the 3.5. Isn't that interesting?
And it looks like the 3.5 had an eye appeal rating as well.
They both did, but
they both did. Okay.
Yeah, the 3 has the top 15. They both are in the top 15%. It must be, and I love when this happens. It shows that buyers are looking for cards that are prettier to them.
Yep.
It's like buy the card, not the grade.
Yep.
That is true, but it's not 100% true. But it's true, at least to me. It's more than half true. This is a nice sign that the bidders and it's only $500 apart, but still, it's a nice sign that people are assessing a card for what it looks like versus just taking the word of the grading company. I think that's it's a great sign.
And they're making decisions. Jeremy, you love to talk about registration, and then there's centering and there's corners. Which one of those quote unquote subgrades are most important? Maybe a couple guys preferred a certain aspect of the 3 that wasn't present on the 3.5, even though the 3.5 didn't merit a higher technical grade.
Yeah, exactly. Not everybody has centering at the top of their list, and Surface seems to be number 4 for most people. For me, Surface is number 1 or 1A with centering. So just depends on how you like your cards. Then we have the Take It to Net. We have the Jambalaya Kobe Bryant. Here's a Mickey Mantle, the oversized Jordan, the Oscar, the Larry, the Jordan again. And then it takes a while till another baseball, the SGC 3.5 from 1933, one of my favorite all-time cards. So baseball is kind of right in there with basketball all the way through. Here's our first modern card, the Juan Soto for baseball at 16,000. Is that the most expensive modern baseball card in the auction last night? 16 grand for Juan Soto, I believe it was. Yeah, there's nothing else higher than that. So your most expensive modern baseball card does 16,000. Your most expensive modern basketball card, and I consider this to be modern 03, does 75,000. And there's a hockey card at the top getting a bid. Way to go, Wayne Gretzky, 1985 PSA 9. Oh, another Gretzky, 1987 PSA 9 getting a bid. Great cards. So I wanted to show that. Chris Carter, thanks for that suggestion. Really, really cool to look at things that way. It's actually this platform, the more options they build in, and they will, guys, they will make this thing better and better as the weeks and months go by. That's pretty much a guarantee. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to do these shows and to continue to watch this. So, okay.
Could I ask a question about the difference between the Premier and the monthly? My understanding is it's like Premier is in the 25K and up range, or is it the 20K and up range? And I'm just kind of curious, like, who's assessing that? Who's making the call? You're in the Premier and you're in the monthly. Do we know who the brain trust is that's like deciphering that?
Yeah, I think it's the account reps at PWCC. I think it's the guys that are kind of the sales guys, if you will, the Eric Myers of the group, and the people that fill those positions. I think I could be way off, but I may as well speculate on it a little bit. And I believe too that, because there hadn't been a premiere in a little while, they lowered that threshold a little bit for the one that just ended. Now that they've got these two big ones kind of done, in terms of they had some buildup of inventory after leaving eBay. So now I think we might get back to that, but I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, they want to have good cards in this auction too, right? You're not only going to see those in the premiere. But my understanding is that the next premiere auction, the one that just finished on Sunday, had 219 lots. I believe the next one is going to be 300, is what I think I've heard. So it's getting even bigger, which makes it harder to cover on a show, but we'll do it anyway. Adam and I will still knock that one out. So. Okay, going to do a few more comments here. Jordan says Steph is the second best 3-point field goal shooter in the family. Pretty funny. It's a while ago already. We're behind.
He takes tougher shots, though.
But here's a good comment from Kyle Brown. Every young player playing basketball likes Curry. He will only continue to grow in popularity because he's got that charisma that you were both kind of alluding to. I love it. Eric says, Jeremy, please explain to Chris that vintage hockey is the cornerstone of the hobby. We need to help him because he is very, very confused.
I can only hear that in a thick Boston accent when I read it, Eric.
Exactly. Spurs card says, other thing with Steph is the first championship he won. Some would say the Cavs only had LeBron and Kyrie and others were injured. Yeah, and Tom Brady didn't win his 6th Super Bowl either, right? Like, he was just on the field, but he wasn't the reason they won. I think when you get on in time, people just look at the number of rings and don't really worry about the performance during the games. But maybe a little bit wrong on that. She blinded me. Andy says, I like Steph to win his 3rd MVP this season. That'd be pretty cool.
It's on track.
Oh, Birds on the Bat says, go check out Adam, the Real 27 guy's Instagram story. He nabbed a couple monsters tonight. I wonder if what they are. Kobe's or what? Chris, you're nodding your head. Did you see them already?
I didn't, but it's got to be Kobe's. It looked like some Kobe's went for good prices tonight.
Could be Kobe's. Wiz Collectibles. Great point regarding kids idolizing Curry. Those kids will be adults chasing his cards in 20 plus years. That's the cycle the hobby experiences right there. 20 plus years. What Wiz Collectibles is bang on with that comment. 90s. Jake, what do you think about his first year Donruss? Not familiar with the card. Anyone have a comment on his first year Donruss?
Not super familiar either, but the fact that Jake's mentioning it is going to make me look into it after this show.
There you go. Sergey says Curry and Harden not having good rookies is a shame. Yeah, they both come out of that unlicensed year, I believe, or right, just the headshots. But you know what? The Curry Chrome version, the refractor, they're pretty nice still. Like, they're still pretty nice.
Those are highly sought after cards. Curry Topps Chrome rookies,
and they're numbered too, right?
Yeah, they are. Even the Chrome is numbered. The Chrome refractor is numbered, and obviously the gold is numbered as well.
Yeah, for sure. Frankie may need to deep dive into Curry autos to add one to the PC like Jeremy. Well, yeah. Hey, maybe Frankie, we can go in partners on one. How does that sound? I've never partnered on the card before. Maybe we can partner on one. Hitting Chick says the site says down. PS. Yeah, it's not down for me. Hits and Chicks. It's working really nice right now. Actually, might just be who knows what it is, but working well with me. Was there issues with bids going through due to site ban? I had no issues. I was bidding on my phone, not on the computer, and it was going through really quick on my phone. Like both the bid and the confirm were going through really nicely. I was very happy. The only cards I didn't win were because I was asleep at the wheel, not because of the site or my internet connection at all. Simon, are you shipping the cards you won or keeping them with PWCC? I ship them, baby. I ship them. They come home to daddy. They come on home. Hey, Chris is like laughing, Joe. You guys, but think about it. How many people think of their cards like they're babies? Like people, we love our cards. I love my kids. Don't get me wrong. But if I had to choose between my kids and my cards, no, of course not. But you know what I mean? We love our cards, right? Like we.
But Jared, do you have to worry about sales tax up there, or are you shipping them directly home? That's the consideration I have, is one stop and then maybe to Daddy.
Yeah, no, yeah, to Daddy. Yeah, no, you receive them into your vault, and then you can ship them wherever you want from there without sales tax. And if you're importing them into another country, you might have to deal with some excise or some sales tax that way, which I would have to in Canada. But I do have an address in the States as well, so they'll go there. They will go there until I go pick them up.
And it's an extra layer. Like, obviously, we've all probably won eBay auctions and had them shipped to our vault before. I mean, at least I've done that on a few high-end cards, which is a lovely option. It's kind of interesting to think in this paradigm that the cards are already there, right? Yeah. So they're just apparently going to put them in a different box, I guess, and
move them around. So they're just going to move them from someone's boxes to our boxes, right? Nathan Bissett says, Jeremy, you like Gretzky. Chris, you like Jordan. Joe likes Curry, but wait till the Curry fans are at an age they have the expendable income. Yeah, we were just sort of thinking that. It makes good sense for sure. Birds on a bat. Jeremy, that might be the rudest thing a Canadian has ever said. What did I say? I don't remember what I just said.
He's talking about your choice.
Oh, because Canadians are so friendly. We don't ever say that sort of thing. Of course. Ship my cards is the real MVP. Christina's PC says Luka MVP. Maxi wins both sixth player and defensive player of the year. Seems likely. Hits and Chick says, I don't think consigners of lower end cards will find PWCC as a viable option after a few more monthly auctions. See, I think it's the other way around, Hits and Chicks. I think that the more people know about the deals that happened on PWCC tonight, the more eyeballs are going to come here, because we're all going to be talking about it. We're all going to be showing our cards on Instagram, Facebook groups, amongst our friends and families, whatever it is, Twitter, all those platforms. And people are going to say, oh, got deals there? Well, I better go make sure I'm registered and sign up. So I think it's going to have the opposite effect. I think the platform is only going to get busier and busier as time goes by. So that's how I think it'll work out. But, we'll see what happens. Looks like Adam picked up some vintage basketball tonight. Good for him.
I'm curious.
Maxi for president. KP wins most improved. Christina agrees. Okay. Well, now I'm just going to flip over to the bids that I made and see if it's something that I want to share with the public, because, it's kind of, now, some bids, I did put in a whole bunch of bids early on so that I'd at least be able to think about it come the green window, right? I wanted to be eligible to bid in the greens. And if you don't bid ahead of time, so my strategy was to bid early. So some of the cards, if it even shows my max bid here, I can't show this one because it's not over yet. So I'm not going to show that one. But here, I'm going to do this, guys. I'm going to do this. So this card here, this Topps Chrome Red Refractor, Tom Brady, it ended at $2,300. My bid was $115 because I bid at the beginning, right? I just wanted the option to have a bid in it. Now I'm going to unshare my screen and go past the card I want to buy tomorrow. All the cards I want to buy tomorrow, actually. And go into the basketball cards. Oh, those are outbid. Oh, I got to go to lost. This I can show. The cards I lost tonight. This is something I can show you guys. All right.
There is something a little, I don't know, personal about revealing your wins before you've really had a chance to process, what did I do? And have a good
You're right, Joe. It is. But you know what? I'm going to do it because I think it adds to the show. It's transparency of what I'm up to. I don't mind doing it. So here we go, guys. Here we go. And I'll do the reveal sort of thing. So the first card I bid, the first one I'm going to show is this 97 Metal Universe Championship Galaxy MJ. I've never owned a copy of this. BGS 95 sold for $5,500. It's not showing my max bid. So unfortunately, I don't know what it was at this point. This card here, I really wanted this card. I love this 3D. Sold for $5,250. I think I would have been a player up to the $3,500 mark. I don't know comps. I care, but that's where I was comfortable. And if it's a $6,000 card, I just wasn't comfortable there. But I bid on that card. I bid on this Kobe. I did not win this Kobe Jambalaya. I bid on this mostly because I've never been into the retro basketball cards, the Flir retro basketball, because they are not. This is Master Collection, but any college uniform, just not for me. But it's going to be tough for me to join the MJ PMG Red Club, and I thought this would be an alternative. But anyway, I put in a bid. I don't remember what it was. It was early, probably like well under $500, and I did not win it. But I was interested in that card. Here's a Griffey autograph from last night that I had put a bid in. Again, didn't win it. I didn't win any of these, so I'm going to stop saying this. But this sold for $2,200. There's a beautiful Griffey PSA 101 population. I just love the looks of that card. 13.
Yeah, I was looking at. That's the one I was asking you about. That's a nice one.
Can I say something about Griffey?
Please.
Griffey's first year finest refractor, which is 93, sold yesterday or over the weekend with Heritage for $23,000 as a PSA 10. It was an insane all-time high for that card. I had to do a double take when I saw that sale come in. Griffey's first year finest refractor, PSA 10, 23 grand. His market is super hot right now. And on the Jordan retros, there's a PMG blue from Jordan retros that matches the UNC jersey. And there was no PMG blue from the 90s. If I were to ever go after PMGs, I would strongly look at that PMG blue.
Yeah. Before I continue, just a couple of comments here. Andy, congrats to everyone. Thank you, Andy, for joining. Appreciate having you. Surprise fishing. I don't know what Shiba Inu is. Okay.
New Dogecoin.
Okay. Jordan 3D is a new high comp. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Alex says, Joe, I'm processing what I didn't do. Maybe just a little more pulls it off. Yeah, sometimes just that extra bid might have done it. Drew Tang, even for 9.5s, a champ and 3D are a bit too common for the 5K range. Interesting point. And Chris says, Jeremy, can you show what you did on baseball? So yeah, we're doing that right now. So let's continue. So this Griffey that I love the looks of that card. Here's another Griffey Atomic Refractor out of 100 BGS 10. I mean, population 101, $1,200 for a 99 Bowman's Best Atomic Refractor seems like really a really good price to me. Don't know comps, don't really care. Seems like a good price. This card I really liked. Shaq Chrome Gold Refractor out of 99 from 2004 did 1125. I had tapped out on that before $600, so that was far beyond what I wanted to spend. This is the one I really wanted at the end that I didn't win. Maybe Mark from Bleecker won this. I hope he did, but if not, you guys knew I was the second high bidder on this, so I guess I went to 875. Topps Chrome White Refractor Shaquille out of 249 PSA 10 did 825. Here's the Kobe Metal Universe Championship Galaxy. Sometimes I feel, guys, like if I can't afford the Jordan of a card I really want to copy, like a card of, like the Take It to Net, I'm going to go for the Kobe or the Shaquille, because those are my other, like Shaquille's my other guy. Kobe, I only have a few cards, but I don't mind adding Kobe's. Like how can you mind adding Kobe's, right? Just to get a card you like the looks of. Here's another Shaq, a refractor with coating. PSA 9 did $160. I just didn't bother. This is the one I forgot to bid on. Wanted it, didn't. Now I know he's got a Celtics jambalaya, so in a way I'm kind of happy. And now we have another Griffey from last night. I think I put in a bid on this like $8. I just wanted, I don't know, I wasn't really that interested in it, but I wanted to leave the option open. Here's another Shaq. You can see I like my Shaq refractors, guys. $58, didn't buy it. And that's it. That's what I bid on and did not win between the two nights. So not a ton of cards. I'm not in the hundreds like Jordan was or Chris Carter. Probably didn't even bid in as many as Joe did, but that's what I did do. So I hope you found that interesting. If nothing else, any thoughts, comments from you guys, Joe, Chris?
Those two at the top are two big Jordans, man. The 3Ds and the Championship Galaxy. And Gem Mint slabs. Those are nice cards. So, but those are high prices for those as well. So
can't win them all, man. That's right. That's just really what you just can't win them all as much as you want to. And the other thing is that, like, I find the more I buy, it's like, okay, I bought all these, so why not just buy the Iverson now? Okay, I wanted to get it for 600. Is it 9? I'll just go 1,000. It's only $300 more, but that's $300 more. But it's also the 1,000 now that you got to put out, right? And I find the more I buy, I get caught up in it in my head. The more I want to buy, it's like, you're going to pay shipping anyway. You're going to have to deal with the transaction. Just give me more cards. Yeah. So, but there does come a point where you just have to draw the line. And I've seen a lot of commentary on heard some in some podcasts lately about managing your hobby budget, those sorts of things. I've got 2 big shows coming up where I'm going to be selling cards set up as a vendor, both Toronto, 2 weekends or 3 weekends from now, and then Vancouver, the one after. I'm going to put those up on the ticker right now, guys. These are the 2 shows I will be at. There's the websites for both of them as well. So if anyone is going to be in the Toronto or Vancouver area on these 2 weekends, or you can get out there, both of these shows are going to be great. The Expo is basically a mini national, and the Vancouver show I was at it the last time in 2019, and it was excellent. Just a great show. So come meet me at those shows if you guys can. So now I got to decide what's that, Joe?
I was just going to throw in here, because we were talking about the baseball, basketball corollary, and this is something I kind of got from you, and I think it's relevant in so much as we have Chris, who I take as a sort of 90s insert Jordan expert. What you turned me on to, and what I've been sort of searching for in the last year really, are the rando and or high-end inserts of both Derek Jeter and Ken Griffey in baseball. And I just, the cool thing about it is I just don't know what's out there. And so there's a discovery process there, in the same way as I was, kind of like learning the Jordan market a bit, where you don't really know, because in some cases they come up so rarely that you barely know they exist. So I think that's a cool area of collecting right now, and Jeter and Griffey are going to stand the test of time.
Definitely. There's go ahead, Chris.
No, I mean, I the only thing I wanted to chime in was that everything I know about the hobby is built on the foundation of having started collecting 90s Jordan basketball cards. I think you can do a lot worse than studying that market and learning about collecting from it. And it's not just you can look at the other sports, football and baseball often have a lot of the same inserts, although they weren't always released in the same year. And sometimes the football and baseball version of the inserts, like a cut above, is nicer than the basketball one because the bottom is die cut too. So there's that. And then but what Jeremy's talking about too, like leaning into other Hall of Fame players who just haven't seen the same appreciation or aren't nearly at the same prices in terms of absolute value, like Shaq, Iverson, some of these other guys who are in these sets. Like, there's lots of fun ways to collect 90s besides just Jordan and Kobe.
Well, and it speaks to kind of the artistry of the cards too. Like in some instances, like I can't afford a Noise Boys of everybody, but getting in with a penny, at least I have a Noise Boys, and it's such an exceptional issue that owning, whether it's a Tracy McGrady or a Kerry Kittles, even it's just cool to have certain cards represented in your collection.
That stuff does well too. Like I saw it tonight. I'm not sure what it ended at, but there was a McGrady grand finale PSA 10 that ended in the 5-figure range. A Tracy McGrady card. That's incredible. There was a Grant Hill PMG Red 7.5 that looked like it was going into 5 figures. You mentioned Noise Boys. An Anthony Hardaway Noise Boys Raw just set an all-time high like 2 days ago. We track in Card Ladder. We have the entire Noise Boys set. We have the entire Platinum Portrait set. We have the entire Golden Touch set. We're actually systematically adding all of the 90s inserts complete sets to Card Ladder right now, just because we think that there's going to be appetite for collectors to want to look into just what Joe and Jeremy were talking about.
Yeah, no, it makes good sense for sure. Hits and Chick says that Chris Hodge is a hobby legend. I love how many people think that's your last name, but we'll just go with that, right?
Well, I'm just gonna have to change it at this point.
Yeah. sounds exactly right. Schmo says early 2000 Topps Chrome Gold seemed cheap for the Hall of Fame players. Yeah, I agree. David French, when I see big Griffey prices, I always feel like baseball fans were just trying to love some home run hitter and didn't have any other hero because of steroids. Did he ever do anything memorable? I mean, he just had a great career. He just had a good, well-rounded sort of career. Does he have a Babe Ruth moment where he called the home run shot? Does he have a Joe Carter moment? Does he have? I mean, I don't know.
Does Mike Trout?
Yeah, it's not always. That's the thing. It's not always about what the player, having that specific. I know, and we know that Carvin loves to talk about the GOAT moment. We talk about GOAT players. Carvin Chung has coined the term GOAT moment, and it's an astute comment because it does speak to how people are going to make how an athlete really puts themselves into the fabric of culture. But as far as Ken Griffey Jr. goes, I mean, I remember chasing that rookie card in 1989, 1990. I remember chasing his first Leaf card in the Frank Thomas rookie year set. The Griffey was a great card back then. I mean, I was enamored with him in the early 90s to the point where that nostalgia still has me buying Griffey cards to this day. So
that's an interesting point, Jeremy. I mean, there's the on-field accomplishments, but then there's also the relationship to the hobby and our childhoods and kind of what was in our passion back in those moments. I do think of Jeter's GOAT moment because I was there for the toss at the Oakland Coliseum when they got Giambi out at the plate. That was a GOAT moment for Jeter. But yeah, I mean, you could make that argument with Griffey. I mean, it comes down to our obsession with rings and championships and, reconciling that with the greatness that was obvious just watching Ken Griffey, go after a fly ball and, swing a bat. I mean, that's all I really need to see with Griffey is just his fluidity and his grace.
Yeah, all that. And he's just remembered as the kid, as a good guy, right? He's just the kid, like didn't do anybody wrong ever. I don't know. He's got that intangible, aspect to him that not everybody has. Chris, let's hear what you got. Let's hear the bullet points.
Oh, no, I don't know much about Ken Griffey, to be honest with you. I wasn't huge. I played baseball in the 90s, but I didn't follow MLB very closely, so I don't have much to chime in on that one.
No problem. Let's go through some more comments here. Ooh, baby, won the 99 finest producers shack that I had up. Hey, there we go. Congrats. I'm glad. And I was an early bidder. I did not bid you up on that. Chris Carter wants to buy me a beer or a few at Toronto. Sounds good to me, Mr. Carter. Finest producers refractors are that was a very nice card. Victor, the rookie card specialist. Keeping in mind I'm learning, why did they call it the monthly basketball auction but offered baseball as well? They didn't call it the monthly basketball auction, Victor. I called it the monthly basketball. They call it the monthly, and the monthly auction lasts 5 days, I believe. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Maybe it's even going into Friday. You can see on the website, but I'm calling it because today's Monday. Monday's basketball night. Sunday was baseball night. Tuesday's football. Wednesday's hockey, just like they used to do on eBay. So I'm calling it the basketball night. Hope that explains it. Sorry if I confused anybody. Drew Tang says, what Joe just said about entry players for the better sets is exactly why I switched from an MJ to Penny. Yeah, you can actually buy the cards, right? It's like 10x minimum, again, him versus almost anybody. So makes good sense. Yo, Jeremy hello, Jeremy. What is going on? Brian Basketballs. Hey, it's okay that you're late. Next time, be on time. That's all we can ask. Says, I just hit my weekly budget on sniping cards, 12 total graded PSA cards. Sorry if the cells are in the chat. Thanks for the stream. You bet. Thanks for joining, Brian Basketballs. Definitely. Sweetest swing in baseball history. Jordan asks about Griffey. Yes, Collectors League. Dr. Evil is excited about the Upper Deck announcement today that Upper Deck has renewed its licenses with both the NHL and the NHLPA. I'm just glad to see most of their brands carry on into the future. I think it's great news. Alberto says, I remember wearing all the Griffey swag and wearing the fitted backwards. He had the iconic swing and some of the best defensive plays in center field. Pedro Griffey was the first baseball dude to rock his cap back. Yeah, and with those glasses on, right, with the lenses flipped up, I can just see him standing out there. Brian Shields, Griffey put up the same numbers as steroid users while never being mentioned with those players his entire career. Tom Bullard, not only Griffey stats, but he was the kid for the reason. Also, first player to play in game as father with senior. That was a big deal. Yeah, that was at the time for sure. And Chris Carter says, does anyone know how PWCC will do for gaming cards? Is PWCC known more for sports gaming or relatively the same? I can tell you, Chris, their gaming cards always did well on eBay. I think they've got their customers. They'll be back, I have to think. Jordan, never iffy if it's Griffey. It's a lot of votes here for Griffey, guys, is what we're seeing. Seb says Griffey has the best Super Nintendo baseball video game. Just that for his cards his cards deserve our love. Hockey guy. The Griffey guy was kind of good, eh? Yes, he was. All right. Well, anything else, everybody? Anything else? I mean, this was fun. You know what? It was a little shaky just with the site at the beginning. We moved over to Firefox. That helped quite a bit, right? That was a good call out by whoever in the chat. I want to thank that person for making that suggestion. It helped. I will be doing this again on Wednesday for hockey night. Not sure what I'm bidding on then. I will be able to talk about some football cards from the night before, which will be tomorrow, because I do want to buy one specifically. I so far have purchased 7 cards between tonight and last night from the PWCC monthly auction, 4 basketball and 3 baseball cards. So that's it. Collectors League. Jeremy wants to know who's going to Dallas. Unfortunately, not me. Chris?
I will not be at Dallas.
Joe?
No Dallas.
I did vow to get there by next summer. I will get to a Dallas show for sure. I will definitely get to a Wisconsin Dells show, see Tim and Lorena. That show. I mean, that show, I'm going for the carpet alone. Like, seriously, the carpet alone will get me there. Once you've been to a national or an expo, you know what I'm talking about if you haven't been there. Chris, yeah.
Chris, do you have a show in mind that's big on your radar in terms of the next 6 months to a year?
Yeah, one that Christina has been working on logistically very closely with Collectible and IMG, which is the Mint Collective. It's the last couple of days of January or thereabouts. It's in Vegas. It's the same weekend that the NFC and AFC championship playoff games will be happening. So a really fun Vegas atmosphere should be in order. And it'll be a sports card show unlike any other. I'm quite certain of that. So that's a really big event that's on my radar, and obviously support it because Christina's put a lot of effort and hard work into it too. So I think Jeremy is going to be there as well. And I hope. What about you, Joe? Do you have plans to go?
I'm just finding out about it. That sounds awesome.
Just Google Mint Collective collectible or something like that. You should find it.
The website is themintcollective.com.
There you go.
Mintcollective.com, I believe, is the website. I had it up on my show on Collectible Live last night. Oh, it's a different StreamYard, so I don't have it up on this one. But yeah, but you'll find it. Mint Collective. It's, Dana White speaking at it, Josh Luber, a whole bunch of people are speakers. There's several curating partners, myself among them. I'll be there. There's a card show aspect to it. I'm going to be there at the card show. I'm going to be there the whole time. I'm excited for it. I think it's a really cool event that they're putting together.
Any recommended hotels there? Is there a sort of nexus or a central area?
I'm not sure what. Well, I think MGM is where some of the events are. So I'd probably go with the MGM.
Yeah.
Alex, I want to say thank you for joining. Really nice to know that that people enjoyed doing these watch parties, these extended bidding, auction ending things. They're so much fun for us, and so I'm glad that you're enjoying them. Frankie makes just what is probably one of the most obvious comments out there. You just can't go wrong with MJ inserts. Like, no, you can't. No, you cannot. No, you cannot. Okay. I think we're good, guys. I think we're good.
Yeah, fun show.
Well, thank you for joining, Chris, coming and helping back clean up at the end. Joe, always a pleasure hanging with you, my friend. And if you guys want to hang tight just a second, I'd appreciate it. Everybody else, thank you for joining. We'll be doing this again on Wednesday for hockey. If that interests you, please come join. Be back for Sports Cards Live next Saturday. And next Monday, November the 1st, guys, I will be doing it's on the ticker right now on Whatnot. It's an app. You have to go to whatnot.com. And if you go to whatnot.com/invite/sportscardslive, you can download the app. I think if you use that link, it's going to like credit me $3 or something like that. But anyway, if you use it, you need the app to come join me next Monday. I will be streaming on that app exclusively. I'm going to be showing or revealing, if you will, my Wayne Gretzky personal collection, which is like a 2-row box pretty much filled up. And I'm going to be auctioning some cards as well, starting at $1 to learn how to use their platform, which I've been checking out. It's actually pretty cool. So come check it out. Maybe win some cards from me at maybe some good deals. Who knows? So that'll be next Monday. Any plugs from either of you, Joe or Chris, that you'd like to throw out there? Cardladder.com.
There.
Joe, final comment?
A lot of fun. Appreciate the time. Love the dialogue.
Chris Carter says, nobody bid on hockey on Wednesday. Not worth it. Do something else. Save the deals for me. Good luck to you on Wednesday with those buys, Chris. Everybody else, have a great night. You two, hang tight 1 second. Good night. This stream is over. We'll see you guys soon.